everybody. Gabe, VR Gabe is here.
Some cat's here.
Some cat. Caitlin. Gabe's making a pizza tonight.
Pizza fries.
I don't think it's pizza fries. I think it's pizza fry night. Is he making? What are pizza fries a thing?
Pizza fries sound delicious.
I want whatever that is. I really do. Pizza fries. Damn it, he trademarked it. Shit.
And now he's a millionaire.
God damn it.
Hello and welcome to Control-Alt-Death episode 32.
32. This is our
32?
fourth video episode, correct? I think.
I think so.
That sounds about
I
right.
think so. I'm Ben Monster
I'm Gabriel Chisano.
and welcome. Tonight we will be discussing Glenn Danzig.
Do we have? I mean, we don't really have to. We can really, it's our show. We can kind of just discuss anything we want, right?
True, but we did promise our two guests that we would be talking about this.
Wait, there's guests?
Yes, there are. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh my goodness. The reveal.
That was a great reveal. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Two guests on one couch.
Whoa.
would've thunk?
Double baby TVs stacked right on top of each other.
Just like when
Well-
we used to live together.
Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh,
I always was a bottom.
ooh.
Welcome, Dave Correia, Alex Pardee. Welcome to the show. Welcome to
Hey,
Control-Alt-Death.
how's it going?
Thank you for
Thanks for having me on again.
Of course, Dave is a second-time guest. Our first ever. He was our first guest, and now he's our first returning guest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Street Tracks. That was the
Veteran.
first episode that I listened to from you guys. So
Awesome.
very, very fun. Very fun.
Hell yeah.
We loved doing that one. That was an interesting movie. Just like the movie we watched for this episode. Interesting.
Interesting
Very-
is
Very
interesting
interesting.
is the only way to describe it, I think.
it is a way to describe it, sure. Yeah.
So, guys, why don't you? Should we have them introduce themselves?
Yeah. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves? Tell everyone
Yeah.
who you are. Alex, you got some tattoos last time I saw you. Since last time.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Well, these just kind of appeared after I watched the movie.
Right.
So I don't know if they're called tattoos or not, but they're
It's-
definitely a part of me now.
It sounds like it might be some kind of curse. What do you think?
Maybe
I mean,
I think-
in 2020, sure.
I think it's a
Everything's a curse.
Alex. I don't want to frighten you, but I think it might be a death curse.
It's got a death curse.
Oh.
Oh, I love that old man.
It's a long way to go for that. We got there though. We got there.
I have an
Dave,
idea. I
remember
have an
when-
idea. I got
When
an
Dave and I
idea.
used to live together, we had it's got a death curse sign. Do you remember that, Dave?
Oh.
do we print something out? Do we print that screenshot out?
We had a lot of random stuff that we printed out, but that one I think was just a drawing. It just had a printout of him saying it.
That's awesome.
I had an idea. Alex, why don't you introduce Dave?
Ooh.
And Dave, why don't you introduce Alex?
Ooh, I like that.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to ControlAltDeath. You'll find out my name.
Hello.
Later.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
But for now, I would like to introduce this guy. His name is Dave Correia, and he is an amazing painter, designer, jack of all trades. From I don't even know if I want to reveal what planet you're from, but Dave is a really rad dude and a really good teacher and a really good friend and a really good watcher of movies.
Ooh.
Oh, well, thank you.
Top that, Dave.
Alex, as you can see above me, is primarily a makeup artist, as you can tell by his eyes. He's been studying the craft for years, and I think he's perfected it. Alex is a buddy of mine. He's also an artist. I've known him for at least 20-ish years, half my life. Super good artist, very amazing person all around, and yeah, I miss him because he used to live with me, and now he lives 300 miles south.
You.
Oh, wow.
What's that?
I live in a TV above you now.
He's right above you.
You're
He's right there.
In my TV attic.
He's right there.
Can you
Dude,
guys give?
how much do you think TVs like this would cost nowadays? Like
Oh.
if you went to try to buy one because
Oh,
Dave
I can
Dave
tell you
has some
exactly
inside info.
they're probably super expensive.
a
right?
shocking amount of money.
Yeah.
We're working on something else, and I wanted to get a TV just like this, and I was like, they've got it. I mean, I'm sure I could just go pick it up at someone's house for free. No one wants it. Hundreds of dollars. Hundreds.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're
It's like-
antiques now. It's like
Yeah.
VHS players, like an
Mhm.
old VHS players, like super hard to find and pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
we were
ridiculous.
replacing Chloe's VHS TV combo, and like we had to scour like all of we were when we were living in Florida, and we were just like, oh, every single thrift store will have one in Florida, and we had to scour like the whole state and found one for like $200. It was insane.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Did you guys?
Hello to everybody in the chat, by the way.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I see Rachel's in there.
Yes.
Ben, you want
And
to? Who else we
I
got?
don't know anybody else.
Gabe Matthews, VR Gabe is there. Robot Don's there. I think I saw Caitlin was there. Some Pat
Caitlin.
was there.
We got slave called Shiver. We got
That's our friend Rachel. Yeah.
awesome. We got McKinley. Time for Law. We got
Hello,
Robot Don.
everyone.
Hello. Thank you all for joining us.
Easy Packer.
Easy Packer.
Nice.
Hello.
How is everyone doing
Everybody's
today?
night is going great. Ben, how are you?
I'm great. I'm doing great. Just
You look
great.
nice and fluffy. I like that.
I am. I fluffed myself today just for you guys.
Take a sip of that bottle of Viper. I hope not.
Ben has a fluffer. In case
I do.
anyone was wondering, yeah. His chair has
His
a.
name
it's built-
Gabe.
Oh,
Maybe.
oh, I don't know about that. Maybe. Heck's here. What's up, Heck?
Hi, Heck. How's it going?
Man, I really don't want to talk about this movie.
Did you watch it? Or is it
Yeah.
like one of those tests where you're like, oh, I just really don't want to take this history test. It's like, because you didn't do your homework, did you? And you're like, no.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Gabe, you were gonna watch it, and then you actually watched it with Ben, right? Like you.
Yeah.
It's a movie you can't really watch by yourself. You
It
have
It
to
is
watch
hard.
it.
I had to revisit it by myself again, and it was tough.
Oh, you should have watched it with us. So what happened was we talked about doing a watch party, and we were like, no, let's not. Let's just watch it, and and we'll do the show. And then the next day, Ben, you watched it for what? 10 minutes, 15 minutes?
10, 15 minutes. And I was like, I need
Nope.
to stop and I need to watch this with someone because it was yikes.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
It is. I felt the same way about Birdemic.
Oh God.
I got about like 20 minutes into it and I was like, I need to watch this with someone else so I can make fun of it with them and, not just sit in misery and watch it.
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
one
you
of
know
those
what's even harder to watch than Birdemic? Birdemic 2.
Oh,
Ooh.
it's on our list.
Impossible. It's impossible to
Ooh.
watch because Birdemic 1 has charm as far as like it's so insanely terrible, And Birdemic 2
they're aware
has
of
like
it.
nothing. I don't even know if they're aware. It's just nothing. It's a nothing movie.
Garbage.
Disappointing.
McKinley in the chat is talking about me killing Bullet the dog.
Oh yes, Gabe is playing the Blair Witch game. Have you guys played that yet?
Ooh, no, but I heard it's pretty spooky.
It's spooky,
It is,
and you
yeah.
have a dog. I mean, I guess that's kind of a spoiler. Sorry, but
all right.
you have a dog named Bullet. I don't think I'm responsible for killing the dog. Okay, I don't control the witches. I'm not a witch. I mean, so far. So
Is it kind of like a walking simulator, or do you actually like fight things and stuff?
It's kind of like a walking simulator mixed with what was the game where you use the flashlight to fight stuff, Ben?
Oh, Alan Wake.
Oh,
Alan Wake.
Yeah.
So you're walking through the woods. You have a camera. You have a flashlight.
This is like a PlayStation game?
I think it's on PlayStation. I'm playing it on Xbox. I think it's everywhere.
Okay.
It's on Game Pass if you have Game Pass. And
Except they blew it by not putting it on Switch and calling it Blair Switch.
That's a good one.
That's good.
Wait, hold on. There we go.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's the coolest mechanic is you find these red tapes and you can put them in your little camera and you can like rewind time and mess with time. So like you come across a tree that fell down, you can like watch the tape and you see the tree up, rewind it, and you can like that's how you get through. So there's like cool little puzzles like that, but
yeah,
it is spooky. It's spooky.
Dude, Blair Witch 2 gets kind of a bad rap, but it's also not that great of a movie.
Are you talking about?
Totally different.
Are you talking about the old Blair Witch 2?
Yeah, Book of Shadows.
Okay.
Not the name. Sorry, not the game.
Yeah, because that one I never watched that because it looked just god awful.
You know what's super weird about it? That I have no idea. Like we can talk about bad decision making in movies all night with Verotika, but with Blair Witch 2, they hired an amazing documentary filmmaker, and then they made the movie not a documentary.
What?
Or like not like a documentary style.
Why?
So whereas like Blair Witch 1 was a documentary movie not made by documentary filmmakers, and like it was a very weird decision.
Huh? Did you guys like the reboot that came out a couple years ago?
I don't think I even saw that.
Yeah,
wasn't it called like The Woods or something at first?
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it marketed as something else and then
they changed
it?
it?
Called it Blair Witch or like a remake afterwards. Isn't that what happened?
Yeah, well after they like did a preview screening of it, like people walked out and then you realized it was Blair Witch. Which I thought was really great. I like the marketing aspect of it.
Yeah. People in the heck is saying that how do I know I'm not a witch? Do I float? I don't know.
Oh, that's the witch test, right?
Yeah. But I think modern witches maybe they do float. We don't know.
It's true.
How would you know? So Alex, before we get into the movie,
before I sidetrack us all the time, you mean?
No, please do. If you watched anything we do, our entire shows are based on getting sidetracked. We do some speed round questions for the guests. Dave, you've done some of these, so I add some new ones. So Dave, if you hear a new one, actually, you know what? Why don't you answer all of them? We got some new people.
Do me and Dave have to compete and like buzz in?
We get points. The best answer wins.
We can do that.
I was asking. I would not like to do that.
Okay, let's not do that. Let's just answer. Okay, you ready? You only have half a second to answer, otherwise you're off the show. Okay.
Ooh.
Yep.
All right.
Your station gets switched.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Favorite horror movie of all time?
Creepshow.
What'd you say?
Creepshow.
Oh, Creepshow. Okay. Favorite.
But there's a lot. Anyways.
Name 50.
Creepshow, Night of the Creeps. Anything with night or creep in it is good.
There you go.
Yeah, those are some good ones.
That's like 50. That's like 50 right there. So I think we're all set. Favorite horror villain.
Oh, that one's tough because I like villains for a lot of different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But well, I guess I'm gonna go with Freddy Krueger because that is like overall my favorite villain, I think. But I like villains that are I like people that like villains that are really passionate. So like I consider like Seth Brundle, like Brundlefly, like a villain, and I think that he's awesome. Like he's like a really passionate bad guy.
Sure,
he's rad. So,
Dave,
I don't know.
Dave, what about you?
Here we go.
I mean, one of my favorites. I don't have a favorite, but I love the design of Candyman. I think that just like the hook just shoved in his like amputated hand, his like rib cage of bees, and like I think that Tony Todd is so big and looming. I just love that like character, that imagery. So that's one of my favorites. I don't know if it's my favorite, but
cool.
Does it scare you? Were you ever scared of any villains?
I don't know. I mean, I watched a lot of horror young. I remember there was a scene in Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it's part 2, where he pulls back his head and he exposes his brain. So you have the body and I have the brain. I remember that part. Like I saw it really young, and that really freaked me out as a kid. Like I didn't like. I think the brain kind of pulses a little bit. Like that. Yeah. That scared me. Like that scene scared me. But I liked Freddy. You know.
What about you, Ben?
What about you?
I'm a big Jason Voorhees guy.
Yeah. We're
What's
big.
your favorite Jason Voorhees mask? Like, what's like the paint style?
I think I gotta go with part 3, which I know is like the introduction of it, and like a lot of people don't like the part 3 costume, but like to me, like when I think of Jason, I think of part 3 Jason, like the green button-up shirt, the whatever fucking pants he has, and finally gets the mask. Like that's Jason to me. So I gotta go with that one.
Classic Jason.
This might sound controversial. I kind of like Sack Jason.
Ooh,
Like
Sack Jason.
Not even a
is
pre-hockey mask. All right.
wow.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Sack Jason's awesome with it. It has the one eye cut out. It just like it looks like so thrown together and so crude. I also like Imposter Jason. I know it's not the real Jason, but like I like the blue stripes on it. I think that's kind of
it's cool. I like that.
Did you guys see that new Don't Walk Hike Alone?
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I saw that it's good.
It's pretty good.
What is that?
It's got Tommy Jarvis in it, which is good. From part 6.
Hell yeah.
I like. It's good. It's just you can just watch it on YouTube. I forget who made it, but
it's a fan film. It's really long too. It's like
30 minutes.
Yeah, it's pretty long. Did you guys watch that Kane Hodder short that they did with a bunch of horror people? Oof.
No.
Oh man. I'll try
good.
It's bad. It's real bad. The idea is they're all on like Zoom calls, and it's him. It's what's the actress from the Hatchet movies? She was in Halloween. Danielle Harris. It's her, and it's a couple other like horror icons. And the idea is they're at home quarantining, and someone is killing them off one by one. And it sounds like it'd be really cool. And you have all these like famous horror people, and it's
no host.
It's no host. Definitely no host.
I love host.
Yeah,
host is great.
Host was good. Yeah.
Slave called Shiver said Ben is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
Aww.
You're cute, Ben. You're very cute. And Chloe says Alex is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
I agree with both statements.
I agree with both of them too.
Me too.
Thanks, Chloe.
All right. Alex, fast or slow zombies?
Fast.
Ooh. Dave, you said slow, right?
I said I like them both for different reasons. I think that the fast ones to me are like those, like the rage-induced ones, the ones that are like chemically or altered, whereas like the slow zombies are like the real undead ones. And I think they're kind of like just their own different.
You don't know
the slow ones are like, it's like if something dies and is dead, like you're just gonna move all slow and stuff. But if something like infected with like a rage, like 20 days later, that's like your fast zombie. I like them for different reasons.
Yeah. Well, okay, but here's my reasoning for it is because zombies, I think, are the only thing that scares me, right? Or like, I guess like not like it's not a real fear, but like zombies have scared me when I was little. Right. And so the idea of a fast zombie is more scary.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
And also because I make really bad decisions. Like I make bad split decisions. So if I see a zombie like 20 yards away and I go, okay, I have like 30 seconds to make a decision. Or if I see a zombie running at me and I have 5 seconds, that's a scarier because I'm going to make a bad decision.
It's like
I think the worst decision you would make, you would probably run towards it.
Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I probably would.
Turn into the Austin Powers guy when the thing is just like mowing him down and he has like 10 minutes to get out of the way. All right, this is for both of you. Favorite Halloween candy?
You can go, Dave, and then I'll copy you.
I don't know. I like those little Snickers.
Little Snickers. Little Snickers.
Not the big ones. That's too much Snicker for me.
I'm a Reese's Pieces fan.
Ooh.
Whenever somebody would give me Reese's Pieces trick or treating, which was very rare, that was like a highlight house for sure.
Nice.
Do you like those Smarties? I hate Smarties.
I love Smarties.
Yeah, Smarties are the
you
best.
guys are sick.
They're the best. I love a good chalky
Really?
candy. Yeah, give me some chalk.
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'll even eat Neckos.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like
Neckos. That's like fake candy.
What's up?
It's delicious.
It's fake candy. You wouldn't eat it any other time of the year. You get it. It's like filler. It's like styrofoam.
Smarties, like Conversation Heart, Smarties, like anytime.
Oh my God, those are the best. Alex, have you had the huge Smarties? They're like that big. Oh my God.
Yeah, they're a little more sour than the smaller ones, which is a little weird.
Robot Don says they're
Robot
Tums.
Don said it's Tums.
Dude, I love Tums. I will eat
Tums.
Like, I eat fucking Pepto-Bismol, chalky thing, Tums, like any of those. Give them to me.
Stephanie.
Werther's Originals, C's candies.
Oh yeah,
Mold.
for sure. Stephanie in the chat says candy corn pumpkins.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, Stephanie, completely wrong. You are absolutely wrong. Those
Candy
are
corn.
awful.
Sure.
Pumpkins.
It's 2020. I don't hate anything. I gotta be positive.
God, positive. Heck says razor blade apples. Yeah, those are good. Those are great.
Pretty good. They were good in Trick or Treat, that movie.
Candy corn is good if you have like 5 a year, 10 a year.
Yeah.
And then I don't want it for another year.
Candy corn's bizarre when you think about what it is. It's totally fine. Like I used to not like it, and then I'm just like, whatever, I'll eat it. But when you think that it's just basically hardened syrup, it's kind of gross.
You know what else is gross, and they don't see it too much in Halloween, but like Peeps. I know that's an Easter candy, but I hate.
I don't like Peeps.
It's the grossest.
Nope.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's just
you
another.
don't like Peeps?
It's it's a scam. Like they can only sell them during a holiday because of like what they look like and like how they become like this kind of like I don't know like iconic candy for like that time.
Right.
Yeah, but they don't. I mean, now they have Peeps for every occasion. You can get like circumcision day Peeps.
What do those look like?
You can imagine.
I can imagine. Blockhead's in the chat. What's up, Blockhead?
Speaking of Blockhead made candy corn blondies on his YouTube page.
That sounds
the
interesting.
brownies,
I've actually never thought about candy corn inside other treats. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I think that would be a lot better than just the actual candy corn themselves. I mean, Smarties is the best. I want like a Smarties cake. Blockhead, can you make that for me? Smarties cake or cookies or something?
A bowl of Smarties cereal. Just
oh my
Smarties
God. What would the liquid be in a Smarties cereal?
Gross Chloe out. Sorry, Chloe. I love you.
All right. Favorite Halloween costume?
Mine?
Of both of you, yeah. That you've done, that you've dressed up as.
My favorite Halloween costume that Dave did. No, my favorite Halloween costume, I think, is my most transformative was Tommy Jarvis from Part 4 of Friday the 13th, where, and I shaved. I mean, I didn't shave off my head. I actually added strands of hair to my head.
Awesome.
But shaved my beard.
Oof.
That was good. Had tiny little shorts. Nobody recognized me.
That's awesome.
Another one that you did that was really good. You were Jordy Verrill from Creep Show.
Oh yeah, that was fun too.
Yeah, that was cool. Like I think we used spray glue on Alex's face and threw green flock on him, so he had like green everywhere, and he had like a bucket with a meteor in it. That was good.
I like that you are usually like the smartest person as terms of like creative ideas, and you were okay with me using spray glue on my body.
Well, it wasn't my body, so it was totally fine.
But that year you had like the best costume ever.
That year I was Quado from Total Recall. I sculpted this baby.
Wow.
I sculpted like this baby head thing that had like intestines on it, and I put it under like I ran like this like harness, and I put it on my chest, and it had like a green jacket, and I would like walk around like with my eyes rolled back, and like my like just kind of like had like this little baby on my torso. Another one that I liked was Bennings from The Thing.
I remember that
one. When Bennings is doing like his transformation and his arms are all like weirdly like latexy, long looking not tree trunks, but like branch looking things.
So good.
Those were those are two of my favorites I did.
Do you remember when I was McCready from The Thing? That was pretty good.
You kept Alex had like this can. Alex had this can of like what's like was it flock? Did you use flock again? Like it's like oh, it's what you put on a window for Christmas to make it look like it's icy.
Oh, right.
He kept spraying himself with it, so he looked like he was just covered in snow. But it would like melt away, so he just kept like spraying himself like this fake snow. And who knows what that really is? It's probably like just like
some toxic
more spray glue or something, you know.
Every one of my costumes is spray glue.
That's awesome.
Wow.
All right, let's do what's for both of you. What's one horror movie that you hate but everyone else loves, and vice versa? If you can think of one.
I have tons because I usually
I can think of a couple off the top of my head. I hate almost everything Eli Roth does. I hate Hostel. I hate Hostel 2. I don't like those at all. I don't like most Rob Zombie films either. I think I only really like House of Thousand Corpses, and all the rest I think are garbage. And I hate Martyrs.
Okay.
So I have a long list, though. I can keep going.
Gabe, we got to cancel Eli Roth as a guest.
I have a really hot take that probably I shouldn't say, but I have never liked Suspiria.
I've never seen it.
The original one? Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I can see that. Like, Suspiria is one of those films, like, it's super artsy, and I like it for certain reasons. I'll probably never, like, watch it again, though. Like, I like it for kind of, like, what it is, which is, like, a very artsy, like, really weirdly lit movie. But, I know what you're saying. Like, I feel the same way about lots of Argento movies.
Yeah. A lot of the Italian giallo movies are harder for me to watch because I just I didn't grow up with that era, and I didn't learn to appreciate it. And then when I did, I wasn't interested in it as much. But whatever.
I know Danzig took a lot from those Italian horror movies, especially in that last.
Yeah, maybe that's why I didn't understand this movie.
No, I don't think that's.
Are you sure it wasn't French? Stupid French horror cinema because everyone's French in this movie. Stupid, terrible movie. Favorite horror movie kill?
Ooh, off the top of my head, that's a interesting question. Well, I don't know if it's my favorite one, but the one that jumped into my mind was Jason Liquid Nitrogen kill. Love it.
Great choice.
And I think it's probably the only good thing about Jason X, but really good fucking kill.
It's a great one.
There's like another good one in that. It's but it's like that VR scene.
The VR sleeping bag scene?
Yeah, with the sleeping bag. That was good.
That was my answer in the last one when I did the podcast last time, was the sleeping bag scene.
Yeah.
Jason has some pretty creative kills. Like, I mean, there's super slight, even in Jason Manhattan, where he like that boxing thing where he like takes one cut and the guy's head is like
so dumb.
It's just so stupid and silly, but it's funny.
Yeah.
Blockhead says, did anyone see the Lighthouse movie? Everyone was like, it's so good, and I hated it. Blockhead?
No, I actually didn't even make it through it. I tried to watch it, so that's a good one for me to say.
Well, then, I
enjoyed Lighthouse.
Okay, so Blockhead and Alex, I'm sorry, but
dingus alert.
You guys are a bunch of dinguses.
I'm fine with that.
So sorry. I hate to do it to you, but it's a great movie.
It's all right.
I love it.
It's all right. I'll give it another try because you know what? When I first saw The Witch, I hated it.
Me too.
And then I gave it a second try where I turned off the lights, turned up the sound, and put the subtitles on because I couldn't understand the movie.
Yeah,
like I really couldn't understand it. And when I watched it in that way, I loved it. But I also don't think that movies should require certain things. Like, I don't know. But it was good. But I liked it a lot the second time.
Yeah.
Gabe, do we have that video drop of my favorite kill from Friday the 13th?
We do. This is Ben's favorite kill of all time.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So gross.
You know what a good kill is? And this is crazy. Have you guys, what's the drawing a blank. What's the one with the Indians and the Wild West? Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, the headshot? Yes. Is that the headshot one?
The Bone Tomahawk at the very end when they hold the guy upside down and they split him in half.
Okay. I've never seen that one.
Speaking of that movie, I want to bring something up really quickly because I had a really weird conversation the other day with a friend about it, because both of us were really like, I really love that movie. That movie's great. And my friend mentioned to me that he recommended it to his friend without really considering that his friend is Native American.
Ooh.
And knowing that, and then thinking about it, and like that movie, like, as it's a good horror movie, but I think that it definitely basically says that Native Americans were just savage animals.
Right.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty
so it was
true.
like a little bit weird where he was like, yeah, like I recommended it to my friend and then he watched it and got pissed off. And I was like,
Oh man.
and then, like, it made me kind of like be like, oh, I felt dumb for not really picking up on that. But it just made me realize that, like, if they were like aliens or something, it would have been cool.
A lot better.
It's still a good movie. It's still a good movie. It's crazy though.
Yeah. Favorite horror movie soundtrack?
Oh, easy. Cannibal Holocaust.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Dave, what did you say last time? I don't remember what it was.
I said I liked.
Was it The Thing?
Hereditary as like
Oh,
a good soundtrack.
yeah.
But not a soundtrack I would listen to often. I just think it's a good score for that movie.
Yeah.
I agree with Alex. I like. I'm not a big fan of. Actually, that's another film I don't like that lots of people do like is Cannibal Holocaust. But I do like the soundtrack more than I like the film.
I watched that once. I can't watch all the animal stuff.
Yeah.
Me too. That's why I think
turtle
that's just
thing.
like super awful.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we have next? Favorite Stephen King story? Book or movie?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm going to say Misery. The book was amazing. The movie was amazing. Both of them, my favorites.
That Cemetery, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one. Those are both great choices. Chloe in the chat says It Follows for the soundtrack question. That's a great answer.
Oh, yeah. It Follows.
Disaster
so good.
Pieces did that soundtrack. That's a really good one.
So good.
I wonder if that movie would have been as powerful without that soundtrack.
No, that there's some like that intense noise where that's kind of like that building up sound when the It Follows thing is creeping in, like that made it such a powerful scene. I think the soundtrack had a lot to do with that.
Yeah, Midsommar is great too. A recent one. I love that one.
Did the same composer do both of those?
I don't think so.
I mean, not as It Follows, but
Hereditary and Midsommar. I don't think so. I think it was a different person. But yeah, the beginning of that, when she sees what happened with her family, like the music that is around that scene is just like legitimately like scary, like terrifying.
You know what else has a really confusingly awesome soundtrack is the original Last House on the Left from 1974 or whatever it was, because it has these like super happy hillbilly songs that totally skew into just like terror.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Did you like the remake of that? It was rough.
It wasn't terror. It's hard to like revenge movies like that now, but that are just like kind of like violent, but. It had some okay stuff in it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I just don't. I think that a lot of like remakes from now, like I have nothing against remakes. I half of the movies that I like are remakes. The Fly, Dawn of the Dead, The Thing, like whatever. Yeah. But I think that a lot of them try to be too serious and remove some of the like personality out of it. So they're just like, we got to be as scary as we can. So like they make the characters really flat. They make everything dark. They make everything the same color tone. Like it's just weird.
Yeah,
kind of boring.
I agree. What do you get on your pizza? What do you get on your horror pizza? Because it's a horror show.
Horror pizza.
Wait, are you talking to me or the pizza fries guy?
Oh, pizza fries guy. Gabe, what do you get on your pizza fries? We got to make some pizza fries. It sounds delicious.
I know what Alex likes on his pizza.
Yeah,
he only eats pepperoni. He's a pepperoni only guy.
Me too.
He won't venture out and try anything else.
Well, Dave, you don't know me for the last 2 years because I haven't been able to eat pizza for 2 years. So
that's right. You're gluten free. Yeah, you watch me eat a pizza, and you're like, oh man, I wish I could have some of that pizza.
So here's what I get on my pizza now. I get this is how LA I've become. I get a gluten-free vegan pizza with basil and rosemary.
That sounds good.
It's delicious because it's only delicious because I can't eat pepperoni pizza.
Yeah, that's true. Robot Don in the chat says Meat Mountain.
Mountain.
So do we want to go into that? Do we want to go into? Do we want to go into that whole story, Ben?
Yes. Why don't we talk about Meat Mountain on our other show, Tuesdays with Ben Mouncer, which is on at Fridays, 10 p.m. We actually sent a Meat Mountain pizza to Gabe to his house, which a Meat Mountain pizza is no cheese.
No, it's not. It's not, Alex. Just wait.
There's no cheese on it at all.
It's a custom job you can order from Domino's. No cheese, no sauce, just bread and all the meat.
Literally
possible.
Every single meat that they have, and no cheese,
no sauce, and no bread. What's the point?
No bread. Oh no, there's bread.
I mean, no sauce and no cheese.
No cheese. Yeah. So here's how it played out.
It's a prank pizza.
It's a prank pizza. Here's how it played out. We were on the show. I wasn't on the show. I mean, they were on the show, doing the show, and they're like, "We want to order pizza for someone," and no one offered. So I was like, "Sure, why not? I'll take it." And they go through and then they had the chat decide what the pizza would be. And I was like, if it's gross, I'm not going to eat it. So don't waste your money. And they, instead of doing the opposite, which I just wanted a pepperoni, they were like, let's take off all the good stuff from a pizza, like the cheese and the sauce, and add every single meat. And they sent it to me, and it was fucking disgusting.
How many slices did you have?
I took 2 bites. 2 bites. I took one.
What's the weirdest kind of meat that they have on it?
It was every meat, whatever you can think of.
What kind of like they have meats that they don't normally put on pizza? Like, is there liver tongue?
I don't think there was cow tongue.
Like were there sardines on it? I mean, that's
no. It was chicken, bacon, ham, pepperoni, sausage, all the normal meats, just everything.
Salami and everything. It's probably like just grossly like damp with grease, right?
Yeah, it was, but it didn't stick. So like you pick up the pizza and it just all falls off because there's nothing to stick it. So I had to spoon. I took a bite of the bread and I had to take a spoon of meat and just eat it that way. It's fucking disgusting.
And then you vomited.
And like oh god.
Like a fuck you to anybody. Like the people that have to make it know that you're not going to eat it.
Yeah.
Right.
And Don was the one who was ordering it, and he was going to do it live, or he was doing it online, and it was such a weird pizza that he had to call and confirm, like, yes, we don't want cheese, we don't want sauce, and she was like, okay, sure. That's fucking
dude. That's like, there's so many like food businesses that base themselves on non-edible Instagrammable foods now.
Yeah, bizarre. So yeah, don't ever order a Meat Mountain. But if you do, film it and send it to us so we can watch it on the show. Just have lots of water because goddamn is my mouth salty after that. I do want to mention the phone lines are open. So if you want to call and talk to us, talk to Alex and Dave, ask some questions about, love, life, anything else.
I'll tell you all about love. And then Chloe can back me up on here.
There you go. If you want to ask about Alex's face tats, call in.
You can ask me about my face tats.
Birthmarks.
You just got them. All right.
I got them, but I was wearing a mask. So I was totally safe.
It's true.
Totally.
That's good.
I just went straight into this really crowded tattoo parlor. There's all these people there, and I was just like, I really want upside down crosses on my eyes, but I'm going to wear a mask.
There
so that's
go.
cool, right? And they were like, yeah.
You got to be safe.
You got to be safe. Yeah.
All right. Last question. Fuck, marry, kill. Jason, Michael, Freddie.
Oh, well, let's see. I'm going to marry Freddie for sure because he's going to keep me entertained with all those fucking one-liners and jokes, and we'll have some entertaining time, right?
Yeah.
Who are the other two?
Michael Myers and Jason.
Oh, Michael Myers. Michael Myers is boring. I'll fuck him and get rid of him. And Jason, I'm going to kill because I couldn't. If he fucked me, he would kill me.
It's true.
And he's intimidating to me. So
he's creepy.
Michael Myers, I could just get one and done. He's fine. I'll move him. Freddie, I'll chill with forever.
Yeah, that's a great answer. All right. Should we get into?
No.
Should we get into Verotika?
Yes.
No, I think we're good.
We
go home.
All right.
Has anybody in the chat seen Verotika?
I know.
Robot Don.
It's on Shudder, so
Yeah.
Like, I feel like talking about a movie like this without context is going to sound like we're just bashing a movie constantly.
Oh,
but
have you seen the show? That's what we do. We're going to be showing...
Which I'm fine with. But...
Yeah. I have the movie up here. Oh, you can't see it, but it's up here. I'm going to be showing pieces. It's really... There's a lot of nudity in this movie, so... I'll be pausing it and showing things as we go, but usually we kind of watch little clips throughout. But for this one, yeah, Don is saying he literally fell asleep. He did. He fell asleep on the call, and we heard him snoring, and it was hilarious.
we could just definitely like talk about like the general scope of it first, which is
let's do it.
Extremely. I don't even think it's that long of a movie, but it definitely feels like it's 17 hours long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's some scenes, some shots feel like they're like 30 minutes long. They just they don't edit, they don't cut away. It's just like long takes of like the same thing over and over again. I mean, we can get into it, but like, yeah, it just feels so long.
Like, there's a lot of scenes in this movie that are the equivalent of like it needs an editor so bad. It's the equivalent of like going on like someone's Facebook photo or Facebook page and seeing that they uploaded like an album that says like my day, and then you click on it and it just says like image 114 JPEG, image 115 JPEG. Every picture they just unloaded on their phone.
It's the same exact shot, but like slightly different. Cool. Yeah, it's so bad.
Le neck breaker, time for law. That's
God.
Le neck breaker.
Blockhead is asking the backstory / inspiration for this movie.
Drugs.
I don't know.
Actually, Dave. So I want to talk to Dave about this for a minute because I personally never read the comics that these are based off of.
That was my next question.
I was going to ask. I know that like Martin Amon did the covers and Simon Bisley and stuff. But like, did you ever read the comics?
Yeah, I have a bunch of them. So in like the 90s, Glenn Danzig had this comic book company called Verotika. And he had like all kinds of different titles underneath it. Like he had something called Death Dealer, which was a Frazetta character. He had Jaguar God, and he had like this anthology comic called Verotika. And so each comic was like 2 stories. And there's like the comic book company didn't last long. I think it lasted like maybe like 6 or 8 years. And I think Verotika only got up to like issue like 18 or so. But it was an anthology comic, so like it wasn't like every issue was different, and so a lot of the characters in the movie were some of his comic characters, like the girl in the very beginning who has like the upside down cross's eyes. She was a character called Morella, and the spider one was its own comic called something, the albino spider something. So yeah, like this. These were like a bunch of short stories that he already had like back in the 90s. Like they were not good though. Like I want to stress, like the comic wasn't great, but like the art was really amazing. Like he had Simon Bisley do artwork for it. He had Liam Sharp do artwork for it. Martin Amon, like he had some really good, talented comic artists that were just like, if you go through the pages, are amazing. You know,
yeah.
Even if the comic, I mean, even if the story wasn't good, like did it work as a comic? Because it doesn't work as a movie.
Right.
No.
I mean, like, you know, like that's the thing that me and Marissa are watching it. Like the idea of a spider monster guy is kind of neat. You know, it's like it could be a horror comic, but I mean, the execution of the movie was so bad. The comics themselves, like they were drawn good, but it was just like a lot of like exposition, and then it's like lots of blood. Like there really wasn't much character or any kind of cool things. Like the comics weren't that good. It really weren't. But the artwork was really amazing. Like I bought a bunch just because of the artwork. So I mean, he had he commissioned Frazetta to do a couple pieces for covers too. So like it was really well respected artwork, you know.
Do you remember in the comics, like in this world of Verotika the movie, like almost every single victim and main character is like a woman, like a stripper? And like there's like only like one dude I think that dies, but like everybody else is just like girls dying.
Yeah.
I don't remember that from the comics. I mean, I haven't read the comics since like the 90s, so I'd have to go through them. But there is lots of like crazily senseless violence in the comics. I mean, it's just like a horror splatter kind of like comic. I can't remember if it's like only women
isn't
or
it supposed to be it's violent erotica is what it is?
Right.
yeah,
Violence.
that's it. Yeah,
erotica.
totally. So that's exactly what it is. Like the comics have lots of nudity, lots of demons, lots of blood, so I think that he was trying to emulate that in a sense with this movie, but
didn't translate.
Didn't translate. Yeah.
In the
oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just say in the comics, are there like 15 issues that are like solely directed, like meant to be strip clubs? Like just 15 straight of like just the same scene over and over and over.
Yeah, the strip club's like the main spot. Oh, it's
God.
Yeah.
So bad.
There's some weird things. Okay, so we're gonna dissect this like
we're gonna do it
sequentially.
Yeah.
How are we gonna do this?
We're gonna go.
Do you want to talk about how like Alex and I actually went to the opening?
Yeah, let's get into that first. Let's do that. So this is why we wanted you on for this movie because you guys actually went to the premiere for this. So
we did the very first time.
Tell us everything about this.
Yeah.
Dave even came all the way down from the Bay Area to LA to do it.
Yeah, Alex
made
like
sorry,
a joke.
Dave.
He's like, hey, no, it would be funny if we went to the premiere for Verotika. It's like in 2 days. I'm just like, I'm gonna drive down right now and do this. So like I just like hopped in the car and like drove down and like he got tickets and then me, him, and Chloe went and saw it and it was just like when we went in there, it was like a Danzig show. I mean, there was dudes wearing like leather and like spikes and like misfit shirts. Like it looked like a Danzig show, like as far as like a rock show, like it was
right.
You can tell like the crowd there was like a Fangoria horror crowd, so like that's just kind of like to paint that picture. That's what we were seeing the movie with, which is like kind of who you want to see it with. Like those were like his fans, like
totally.
Yeah.
It was everyone rooting for Danzig for sure.
Yeah. And I think we actually saw like there was a premiere before this. And so this was the first LA premiere. I think it premiered somewhere else. And all that Alex and I knew
small place in Chicago, like a Chicago Film Festival, I think.
Yeah. So all that we knew and the only thing that was like out there as far as like media was like Danzig had a movie out, it premiered, everyone laughed through the entire thing, and he wasn't sure if he was going to show it ever again. So we're just like, whoa, like that's crazy.
Oh my God.
That makes me feel so sad.
So we're like, we got to go see this if it comes up, and it did. So I'm like, I'm driving down for you, So that was all we knew about it going into it. It's just like what a train wreck this could be.
Goodness.
Someone's asking where was the premiere. Do you remember where it was, Alex? It was in LA at some.
It was at the theater that I believe was the Ricardo Montalban theater.
That was it. Yeah,
right.
That was it. Yeah, so it was a decent size. I mean, it was like 2 tiers. Like there was like an upper deck and a lower deck and stuff, and it was pretty big. But yeah, so like we went there and like Danzig came out and like introduced the film, and. Do you remember his zipper was down when he came out?
Oh my God.
But like, dude, like it's like the Danzig
hot dog.
The Danzig crowd, like, I mean, everyone like cheered when he came out. Like, it was just like he got the crowd going, right? Like we were just all there to like just be like, yeah, Danzig, And his introduction was kind of quick because I think he just wanted to kind of get it going. Like a lot of like weirder stuff happened afterwards when he talked about like filming. He brought some of the actors on stage and everything. And
were they clothed?
Yeah, did he do that before or after? I think it was after, right?
What's that?
He did all the actors stuff came up after the film was done, right?
Yeah, the actors came up afterwards, and that's when he also had the whole f-stop talk.
Chloe mentioned he was an hour late. That's right. I forgot we were sitting there forever.
Oh, Danzig.
Wow.
Yeah, I think some actors didn't even come up on stage. I remember there was like 6 chairs, and like 4 of them were full. Like I think 2 of the actors was like they're like, I'm kind of out of here. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
That's great.
Like because like dude. When we watched the movie, there wasn't a scene where that wasn't full of laughter. Like Oof. It was just like the crowd was like laughing and like you can tell that like that's not the reaction that he intended. But it's hard not to watch that movie, especially in a crowd like that where everyone's just like, what the? I remember like lots of laughter and lots of people going like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? I remember like Alex is like, dude, I don't get what's going on. Like, why is this happening? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, this is like, why does she keep doing this thing with the blood all over and over again? Like, lots of confusion, lots of questions, lots of just like people going like, I don't know what's going on. And like, so that's what that's how the audience was reacting to the film.
I think what really made it more confusing was that everybody watched this movie together, everybody experienced it, everybody had the same reaction publicly, and then when the Q&A started and he came out, he didn't see the same movie that we saw. Like, he was dead serious. Like, he came out and he was like, this movie was really inspired by 70s Italian movies. As you can see, we hired a dialect coach to teach the girls French, and we did this.
No.
I know all about
horrible job on that one.
It's like,
fire that guy.
It was insane. It was nuts. Like, he was so serious.
So it really was. It was like the Disaster Artist scene at the end when he premieres. It was just like that.
Yeah. It was just like that. And he even went out and explained, like, he had this whole like speech about f-stops on cameras where he's like, he's all cameras. Nowadays you can just do autofocus, but we had to learn f-stops, and we had to have like lights in between like an actress's legs to get like a certain angle, and that's why our movie rocks. And everyone's just like, what? Like,
nope.
What does that even mean? I know what an f-stop is, but how are you like saying that that's how movies should be made? I don't know. It was super.
Remember,
weird.
he said you guys in Hollywood use JPEGs and we use f-stops. It had no relation.
Oh my god, this is the best.
Yeah.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Danzig.
Yeah, but when the film was over, like the crowd, like he got like standing ovation. Like the crowd just like loved it. Like they had a good time. Like, I mean, as bad as the movie was, like I was entertained for like an hour and a half.
Oh yeah,
it was fun. There was a Q&A, but they didn't take questions from the audience. Like there was a moderator. I think it was a producer who was there, who was like kind of like asking Glenn like these kind of like softball questions.
Yeah, and the producer knew what was going on, and so he was like trying to be softball about it.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So watch this movie, guys. It's awesome. It's
if you haven't seen the movie, I'm going to frame it up real quick.
Yeah, please.
So it's an anthology movie half hosted by a nonsense character named Morella, right? That absolutely serves zero purpose. Every once in a while, she talks to the camera and calls you darklings. But anyways, and she presents three stories, of which are impossible to remember the names of because they're called something like Albino Spider Woman of Arathat or something ridiculous.
There she is.
And so,
looks just like Alex.
Yeah.
It's just like me. So the stories are like not framed as far as like, in Creepshow they read a comic, and this they present it on a radio station or whatever. Right. This one is just like, welcome darklings, you have a movie. But like it does, by the way, open up with the only good gore scene.
Right.
It's like kind of like the best scene that you could make in a spirit store, right? Like if you went into a spirit store and were like, what's the best effect I could do? It's like buy these fake eyeballs and poke them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scenes that like
the beginning.
When it, Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Dave, go for it.
Oh, there's a lot of weird scenes where like you can tell that an effect is coming because like it shows like this woman's eyes, and her eyes are like real and normal, and then the next shot her eyes look like ping pong balls.
Dude,
like, I guess her eyes are gonna get poked out now. Like it's just like
the face lady. They did that same thing where it's like the face. You see her normal face, and then they cut back, and she just has like this fake latex thing, and she just pulls off like, Jesus Christ, guys, you didn't even try.
She has a face in one scene, like it's baloney in the other scene.
Yeah.
It was like Be Kind Rewind. If he if Danzig knew anything about lighting as much as he was saying, they would have tried to cover up the effects at some point.
Oh my goodness!
You could see seams on everything. It was nuts.
Awful.
Dude. Okay, before we get too far into it, when I was rewatching it again, I noticed like there was some stuff in the opening credits that I was fucking losing it at. Like
that's that like really bad CG stuff.
The fonts, right? Awful fonts.
Well, not only not even design wise, I can let that slide because of whatever. But the things that stood out for me were, number one, whoever did the credits gave himself a credit for doing the opening credits.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna slide this in here and take some.
Yeah, it's like opening effects or opening credit sequence created by.
Jesus Christ.
And I was just like, okay, cool, that's cool. But then there was another thing. Oh fuck, what was it? There was oh my god. I'm trying to remember what there was. There was the albino spider gets a credit, and so unless you have seen the movie, you don't really know. But like, there's a CG albino spider and there's a practical suits albino spider.
Right.
So I'm not sure which one got the credit. But then
the blood tub. The blood tub
got a credit too.
The blood tub got a credit, but the way that it was worded, it didn't even say, like, it said Drewhika's blood tub Wayne Toth ex mortis. It didn't say, it was like, it didn't say like the blood tub designed by Wayne Toth of Ex Mortis Studios. It said blood tub Wayne Toth ex mortis, and it was insane.
Awful.
Yeah.
So bad. All right.
Okay, can I go on a tangent really quickly?
Yeah, please.
Go.
Okay. Sorry, Dave. I'm talking a lot.
Do it.
No, go ahead. I'll just switch you off if I have
to. So I didn't know what that credit meant for the blood tub. Speaking of the blood tub, so I was like, "What the fuck does Wayne Toth ex mortis mean?" So I googled that because I knew who Wayne Toth is. Wayne Toth is a effects designer, and he's done movies like, I think he worked on like Jurassic Park. He worked on all the old Nightmare on Elm Street movies. He's worked on tons of movies, and so I was like, so I knew who he was. He did House of a Thousand Corpses. And then, but I didn't know what the word ex mortis meant, and according to him, so I looked it up, and that's his studio. So I went to his studio's website, and it instantly made me realize why 80% of the horror industry is so insane, because their websites are fucking terrible. His website looked like a fucking Angel Fire website, and it says copyright 2016, which is not that long ago, and it made me really sad.
Oh God.
Well, Alex, and Gabe and Dave, I have something to show you. I have my own blood tub.
What?
Oh,
you installed a blood tub?
Yes, I did. It's in the attic. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, let's go.
When did you?
Why your fur is so
when did you have time to do this? Oh God.
Whoa, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ben.
Love this blood. This is I earlier I said what keeps me fluffy.
Yeah.
It's the blood.
Where is the blood coming from? Oh God.
Oh my God.
Ben.
Oh, you're
younger too. It's working.
Ben,
delicious.
what are you? You okay? You installed this? We watched the movie last night.
Yeah. Well, I was inspired.
It looks like a pretty clean install too.
Yeah, you did a good job. You got a picture.
Where did you get all that blood overnight?
Yeah.
That I can't reveal.
Is it the blood of a monster virgin?
It is.
Oof.
I like that you also decorated it for Halloween as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I mean, I had to spookify it. I got the bat, and I got the ghost, and I got my Glenn Danzig poster up there.
What is he doing in that picture?
He's buying cat litter.
He's got
cat litter,
yeah.
Apparently, he lives in our neighborhood.
Oof.
I don't know
What?
if he does or not.
Wow.
Oh, really?
I used to have a friend that also lived in our neighborhood that would send me local Facebook posts, or like what's that app, Neighborhood, I think, or I forget what the app is, but it's the app where like you can just like locally post stuff from your neighborhood.
Next door.
He would send me screenshots of Glenn Danzig saying like, fucking Taco Bell's closed.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
And whether it was like somebody saying that their account is Glenn Danzig or Glenn Danzig,
Right.
is hilarious.
It's funny either way.
amazing.
That's amazing. All right, let's get into this fucking piece of shit. Robot Don.
Thank you, Robot Don, for the bit.
That's who's that man, Ben?
Oh, that's Ice Cream Jerry. That's
Ice Cream Jerry.
Zombie Ice Cream Jerry.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
He is an ass.
So yeah, this would be so hard to show. So we open with
Whoa.
That was weird. We open with
Oh, Big Die.
Thank you. We open with Morella, and now my confusion immediately off the bat, I'm confused. Who is this woman that she's gouging? No, it's not related to anything, right?
I watched it 10 times just to try to figure out if I missed anything.
Okay.
I watch it with subtitles on.
So she, I don't know. Is this too graphic to show? Probably on Twitch, maybe.
The eyeballs.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
maybe.
I'll go right here. So
I mean, it's just ping pong balls.
So she goes with her long ass nails and she inserts him into this lady's
Three
eyes.
Stooges here. Three Stooges.
Yeah. Oh god. Let's do one quick. There you go.
Ooh.
Ping pong balls. And then she gets her fingers all bloody and licks her hand, and we're off into the credits. And that's how they open this amazing, amazing movie.
And
Look
you
at
notice
this.
how the text is like stretched and free transform.
Yes,
and, like,
it's so bad. And this
like,
is just...
Why would you do that? Like, is that spooky? Is that like just like weirdly cryptic and stuff? Like, I don't get why like bad design is just like used like that.
The person who created the opening credits gave himself a credit, so you can contact him.
There you go. Let's do it.
I'm going to get a hold of that guy and tell him that you don't free transform your fonts.
Also, this is just straight up the Thing font, right?
Yeah.
Like they just straight up copied the Thing.
Well, he did mention it in the Q&A.
The effect,
was an homage.
Oh, well, there you go. I mean, look at this. It's just, it's garbage. It's so bad. I hate it.
And you can just tell that every name in there is a porn star name.
Exactly. Okay.
Like cinnamon candy.
All right. So I don't know any of these people's names. So we're just going to call them by like their hair color because I don't know these people's names. I don't really want to learn. So
Darjet.
Well, the one thing that we should say right off the bat is the very first thing that happens in the first story, consent is thrown out the window.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Just a trigger warning, you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess trigger warning on a lot of things with this movie. A lot of weird shit goes down in this movie, and none of it's necessary, really. Like, it's just all completely stupid shit.
Can I talk about the very beginning, this first scene real quick, just because it sets the tone.
Let's paint the picture. There we go.
It sets the tone for the world that we're living in. Okay, so we open the movie with this guy and this girl making out, and he's going a little bit further than what she wants to, and he's like, obviously he's French because he says "oui" once for yes, in like an American accent. And she's like, no, and he says "oui," and she says no, and he says "oui." So, anyways, then the big reveal happens where he pulls her shirt up, and she has realistic eyeballs instead of nipples.
Yep. Yep.
And his first word, his first reaction is, "Hey, your tits are looking at me."
Oh my god!
Strange.
Genius.
Hey,
sorry.
Real quick, wasn't like that brought up in the Q&A where like someone asked, maybe there was an audience question where someone asked like, why did that woman have like eyeballs on her breasts? And Danzig's all, oh yeah, she got bit by a spider. We didn't have time to film that.
Yes,
Jesus.
he did say he goes, we didn't have time to film that. So that's kind of where like I wanted to like explain that like that aspect of this story never comes into play as part of the story except to launch the story, which is she then gets rejected by the guy for having eyeballs on her boobs, and he runs out, and then her boobs cry, and a tear falls onto an albino CGI spider, and that spider then transforms into a boogeyman that can only be alive when she's asleep.
Right.
So
so she like leans out of the table.
Alex, you sound crazy.
You sound like a crazy person.
I tried to decipher this as much as I could.
Yeah. So he leaves. Another woman comes in the room, and she's like, "Oh, that guy's a prick." And of course, it's awful. Don wants me to show the eyes. I can't, Don. They're boobs. Okay.
We'll get banned.
Google that.
Google eye boobs, and you'll see it.
They're not well done. The effects are not well done on this.
Yeah, you can see where the makeup starts and stops. It's just terrible. Yeah, so she cries, and there's this white albino spider on a rose for some reason, and a tear lands on it, and then it starts to transform into a man.
Do you notice that like every scene in this whole movie looks like a porn set? Like that scene that she's in where she's on the couch with the guy, it's like a couch with like a sheet over it. There's like one table and like a flower, and that's it. Like that's the entire set. Like it's just the most minimal. Like, okay, we need a table for the rose to sit on.
I would like to address this, Dave. Have you ever been to Paris in possibly 1967?
Yeah, at the time. That's a great point.
You're right. I'm not very worldly, so I guess it could be French. Or,
there's a scene which we're jumping forward, but there's a scene where there's a 1930s news reporter on a television from '92 with in the following scene is a photographer using a camera from the '80s shooting prostitutes from the '90s.
Yeah,
like it's nuts.
So fucking weird. And next to her house, there's like one of the stores. I think it's this one. There's a cell phone store, and you see like Metro PCS ads and shit. Like, what the fuck? What time is this supposed to be in? It's ridiculous. So,
yeah, this is the only story where everybody is French too.
Yeah, and there's no reason for that. So, we get some cool shots of the spider turning into a man. I guess they're cool, or they're just god awful CGI. All right, I'm gonna pause it because I don't know what we're gonna cut to. So eventually, the spider turns into this.
Yeah, dude.
Look at him.
Wayne Tom original.
And he's a
really poor man's Goro.
Yeah, it's a good
He has like the second set of arms, 4 sets of arms.
He has these fake arms, like
legs, so 8, right?
I don't think. Yeah. I think there's only.
He has 6 arms and 2 legs, so he technically has 8 limbs.
Oh, that's a good point.
Oh,
the legs. So he comes to life, and like this from this shot, it doesn't look too bad. But when you see the arms and like he's moving, and the arms are just kind of like dangling and swaying, it's like, God damn it, God damn it. Yeah, Blockhead. This is all in the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
It's
and
it
then
just goes downhill from there, though, for reals.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So basically, the story with him is when she falls asleep, he's basically Freddy Krueger, right? Like it's just
like
a ripoff.
Freddy Krueger, I guess.
Yeah, like he doesn't. Yeah. She has to sleep for him to be alive.
Yeah.
And
here's another thing about it is he comes to her and explains his mission. He's like, oh. Well, now that you birthed me out of your tears from your boobs and whatever, I'm here to do your bidding of your subconscious. And she's like, What do you mean? And he's like, I'm going to basically go kill everybody you want to kill. And she's like, I don't want to kill anybody. And he's like, haha, your wish is my command.
Right.
And he goes and kills people. It doesn't make any sense.
It's so bizarre. It's the strangest thing. And he also has sex with people. Like, what the fuck? Who are these random people that he's having sex with? And why is that person having sex with a huge literal Spider-Man? Because it does.
The scene where there's the prostitute is having a full-on conversation with him about like how much it's going to cost and what they're going to do, and then like it takes him like a full-on like his full reveal for her to be like once he grabs her, then she's like, hey, who are you?
Right.
Like,
how many are there of you? Yeah, because there's so many hands grabbing her. Yeah,
there's also a lot of like him looking one way, talking, and then someone looking the other way. Like there's no like content. There's like no like visual eyesight continuity. So he'll look to the right and talk to somebody, but then the person's on his left, and then she'll look to her right, and he's on the left. So it's like he Danzig chose to break all of the like the rules of like cinematography. We're like if you talk to someone, you have to look that way, and they look back at you. Oh, and Danzig also was the editor, the writer, the director, the cinematographer. He did like he had his name is in the credits like 20 times. So I blame him.
Blame him. So he goes to this prostitute and immediately kills her, breaks her neck. Why did
his first kill is Darjette's next door neighbor?
Right, the woman who came in and said that her boyfriend or the guy she was making out with is a prick.
Right. So why wouldn't he go kill the guy?
Exactly.
I mean, like
exactly.
Like
because that's not sexy to Glenn. He wants to show a sexy woman getting killed.
Like this girl got attacked by a guy, then she created her own personal boogeyman to do her bidding. So then he should go kill that guy. So
he kills her best friend.
Yes.
So fucking stupid.
And her best friend only has milk or beer in the fridge.
Right.
That's like my fridge right now.
And she makes a point to tell you. She opens the fridge and goes, what will it be tonight? Milk or beer?
So then we go to the next scene, and
we're gonna do this with all the scenes. This is nuts.
We're gonna go quickly. I just want to mention the photo shoot because this is what you're mentioning. So this is a Canon from what? I don't know, the 80s. Yeah, and what's so funny about this is he's taking pictures. It's on a tripod. He's not moving the camera. He's doing the like photographer movie thing, and then where he's like moving around, and he has a flash going, and there's no flash connected to this camera.
Also, the flash doesn't go off for like 30 seconds into the photo shoot. So
Yeah.
he's taking time, and there's no flash.
So he's just like, he's just going like this, taking pictures, and someone off is just going with the flash, and it's just, God, it's so horrible.
And he has a tripod, but he's like moving, he's like jerking the camera around, and like, he's not using the tripod, and the girl's just kind of sitting there looking kind of bored. It's just like, and then didn't she fall asleep during during the shoot, and that's like kind of when the spider strikes again?
She falls asleep in the movie theater, so that's where we go next. Is she goes to see a movie because now she's trying to stay awake.
Fall asleep during the makeup chair. When they were getting made up.
Oh, maybe she did. Yeah.
Off, I think, and that was one of the other kills because she's killed 2 people by now. Because I don't remember.
McKinley is talking about what?
When does he get actually in the timeline of the story, because this is very important. When do the cops dub him the infamous name that they dub him?
That's after this scene. I think.
This scene drives me fucking crazy.
This is horrible in every fucking way.
Like the taxi driver porn theater scene. This scene drives me crazy because she wants to get. Did this come before or after the cafe?
Before.
This is before. Okay. So she's trying to like go to a safe place
and stay awake.
She goes to stay awake. She goes to a porn theater that's closed, boarded up, gated up. Yeah. It's not there. She opens the gate, goes inside. There's other people there already watching a movie, which is bizarre on its own. It's 3 dudes. She still feels like she's safe. One of the dudes even taps the guy on the other guy's shoulder and points out a scene that's coming up. Like he's been there a bunch.
Right.
he's like, hey, this scene's cool. She's gonna do both guys at the same time.
So like, fucking stupid. And then she falls asleep. The Spider-Man gets released and he's out doing his shit. And then the 3 dudes, 2 of them know each other. One dude is just in the back doing God knows what in this theater. And they all just molest her when she's asleep.
Yeah, it's so insane.
And then she wakes up, she realizes that like the spider is out, and she wakes up, she's screaming no, but she's also just getting molested at that same scene. It's like, what the fuck? It's so bizarre and like totally unnecessary. It just makes no sense.
That is the part where he does his best to try to explain the mental link between the two, because she falls asleep and then instantly he tries to kill somebody. So somehow he appears instantly to kill someone, but then he is like, can feel that she's getting molested. So he like goes like, no, don't molest her. She's going to wake up and then I'm going to leave.
Right.
And then and then he can't quite kill this person before. So
you think what would be really cool is if that was happening in the theater and he pops up in the theater and just murders those dudes.
And saves her. Yeah, that would
every
make
time
more sense,
it would be,
right?
If they murdered the dudes that were attacking her, it'd
be cool. It'd be cool. But instead, he's just out banging random prostitutes and then also killing them after. Or it's just like, what the fuck? This is what she wants to do, is like, she wants to go have sex with prostitutes? Like, what? Makes no sense.
And there's also a shot, I'm not sure where it is in this, where like they show the full body of the spider guy.
Yeah.
And his entire like crotch area has a huge hole in it.
Yeah.
As in like it's a costume where that's kind of like where he went into the costume, but it's like this gaping hole in his crotch where like it just looks like an unzipped area. It's like why wouldn't you just like pan up a little bit? Oh, that's another thing too. Do you notice how like when they're just like showing things, like Glenn will zoom in, move the camera around, and like zoom out a little bit, and then it cuts. You know, it's like the camera work is so awful in every shot. Like it's just
there's zero editing,
no consistency.
It's like he got all this coverage and is just like, I need it to be 85 minutes. So.
Yeah, it's like I think what he did is he filmed everything super wide and then digitally zoomed in and like moved the camera, zoomed out, zoomed in. Like I don't think he actually zoomed like a legit actual zoom lens. I don't think he moved the camera. I think the camera was on a tripod and he just shot it super wide and like, let's just zoom in when we need to.
Yeah.
And there's weird decisions, like the camera will establish it'll start on a lamp. And you're like, what's this lamp for? And then the person kind of like walks into frame. It's like really confusing. It's just like,
so bad.
Why would you spend like 3 or 4 seconds on this lamp?
So bad. She goes to a cafe.
Oh my god, I hate this scene so much.
The fuck. What does she do in the cafe?
Okay, here's what she does in the cafe. She verbally says, after she got molested at the movie theater, she verbally goes, "You know what? That wasn't a good experience. I need a coffee."
That's right.
So then she goes into a cafe. She walks into a cafe. She sits at a table that already has a cup of coffee at it. She doesn't touch the cup of coffee. The waiter comes over and goes, "Would you like a refill?" She says, "No, thank you. I'm leaving." She pays for nothing and she leaves.
She leaves. And the sign for the cafe is inside the cafe. Do you notice that? It's inside.
Amazing.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing, Glenn? Put it on the outside of the window backwards so it looks cool at least.
It was so nuts. I kept rewinding that the other day because I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? She does like, I thought that there'd be a cut or something, but no, one scene, one take, walks in, sits down, asks for a refill. No, thank you. She pays him and leaves.
Yeah. It's
Doesn't
awful.
get a coffee.
Awful. And then at this point, this is when she comes up with the plan of like, all right, I'm gonna figure out how to take care of this guy, right? So this is when she takes like her pills, I think.
Yeah, she tries to overdose.
She tries to kill herself, and the Spider-Man is very upset about this. I just saw the hole. Hold on.
Oh, the hole in the spider suit.
Oh yeah, that hole too.
Oh my god.
Here it is. Here it is. Oh shit, you can't see it. Ben, duck down. There it is.
Look at that thing.
Look at that.
Bowling ball can come out of
Look
it.
at this. That is not meant to be there.
It's such a weird, like, why would you frame that? It's such an obvious thing in the shot. Maybe they're like, oh, we'll CG it out later or something like that.
Yeah, they're like, we'll fix it in post.
But they show it for like a good 5 seconds. Like he's in the window with his arms spread, just kind of like dancing in his fake arms, just like blobbing, like moving around, like super. It's just like this super obvious like entryway into a suit.
Yeah, I think what happened is because he's holding her like, and it's covering all that up. So I'm guessing they were framing the shot that way, and then they didn't think about what everyone will see when she falls down, because he drops her when the police shows up. Speaking of police, look at these fucking guys.
Look at your cops, right?
Dude, that fucking Ram man that does nothing, his energy level is
he's just like, just tapping the door. So fucking weird. Oh, here it is.
And I still don't understand the reason why to have this in France. Like, why? Like, what's the point of it? Like you know, like they can't speak
up to the
French.
production value when we did the Q&A.
Oh, it did
What's
it.
that?
I think he said that it upped the production value because he shot it in downtown LA, but to make it look like it was Paris, he could sell it worldwide because it's a worldly film.
Jesus.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Maris is saying my audio is out. Is my audio out?
I
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you guys hear Ben? Ben, say something.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Looks good on my side.
Chloe said that hat belongs on a bellboy. It totally does.
Yeah.
But once again, I have not been to France in possibly 1960, 70, 80, or 90.
Yeah, exactly. So the cops come in, they shoot this guy a bunch of times, and he just says, "I am dying." You can't see the text, but he says, "I am dying." It's his final words. And he gets shot a bunch of times and dies, and then they go over to the girl who's laying there. Of course, one of her boobs is out. And then they all just kind of look at her boob like, when she's got an eye on her boob.
Oh, dude, so here's another thing.
It.
That's not their first observation. That's their fourth observation.
Yes, that's a great point.
The first observation is, oh, she's so young. She's so pretty. I don't think she died from the gunshot.
Right.
I think, and then they go, plus, she has eyes on her boobs.
That'd be the first time. Like, why is there an eyeball?
Yeah.
And every shot is kind of too long. It's hard. It's
yes.
Like, we're kind of like, them looking at her dead body is like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that long. It's just like them kind of like looking and then looking again, getting closer, looking again. It's like a really weird, like too long of a sequence for what it is.
That happens throughout this entire movie where
the whole movie is
someone is doing something and then they zoom in and then they zoom out and then they cut to like, this is the shot. They cut to like, boop, just over here a little bit, zoom in, zoom out, and it's like people just
they just like kept resetting and doing the shot again and being like, okay,
I can imagine Glenn going just look, do some stuff. I'll cut this all later. But just, yeah, it's like one take that he just had him get reactions, and like he just used the whole thing.
Use everything.
Instead of using like 3 or 4 seconds, like, oh, I'll just use all 4 minutes of it.
Right. And that's the end of the first story. We come back to Morella, and she's like, our next story. And I didn't know this was an anthology until this scene. And I don't know if I was happier or sad when we got to this point. And I was like, cool, we don't have to see the Spider-Man anymore.
I remember in the theater when the spider scene ended, everyone's just like, what?
Yeah.
Like that's how that's it? Like that's how it resolves? Like that's okay? And like lots of confusion, lots of people going, like looking to their friends next to them and going like, I don't know what's going on, you know?
And then we meet Mystery Girl.
Dude, Mystery Girl fucking drives me crazy.
Dude, this one sucks.
So
it
bad.
Sucks, dude.
It's so bad. Okay, so Mystery Girl. Honestly, talking about this should take 2 minutes because there's just 15 strip club scenes, and it's her getting faces.
Music videos.
It really is. It really is. So basically, she is she collects faces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's a
okay.
face collector.
Here's
Pieces
the
of bologna. Looks like it.
This girl, for some reason, is hideously scarred.
Right.
So
it's like the tiniest little thing around her face. Like it's not even bad.
She does have a scar like that. That's her with another face.
Right.
But so she's hideously scarred, which means she has a scar on her face, and she thinks that the only way that she can live in life is to kill women, take their faces, wear them so that she can have a stripping career. But when she strips, she covers up her face.
She wears a mask.
Yeah. And the only thing you see are her scarred eyes.
Right.
Like it would be more interesting if she was a different person every time she came on stage and took on the appearance of somebody else. But all you see is like this like ninja looking face that has like the
Gabe, if you can find a picture of her in the strip club, but you don't have to because she's probably naked. But it looks like if you entered like a naked cheat code in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, Melina. Yeah.
So she kills a woman right off the bat in this weird like alleyway, and she takes her face, and it does
easily.
Very easily.
Looks like one cut in the face just comes right off.
And we're gonna get to it in a few minutes, but Danzig for this scene went full J.J. Abrams with the lens flares because it is fucking insane, dude. There's every light source
has a horizontal bar. That's like
Chloe pointing that out
like
when we were
confusing.
watching it, she was going nuts.
I'm trying to get a shot of the strip club where there's no nudity to show how many, but it's very hard.
Want me to block something out?
There's too many. There's so many.
Yeah. So when they go to the strip club, they spend probably 5 to 8 minutes just showing dancers dance, like really bad music, really bad lighting, and not really impressive dancing either. No. It's just them kind of like swaying. Like you think they have like a strip scene, they have like some cool dancing, some cool lights. Like in the crowd's like not into the crowd, just like doing like this, and they're like sliding a dollar down the thing. It's like such a grimy kind of like strip club, and
there's three
people. She comes out on stage like no one's stoked. They she does all of this for like $4 a night or something like that. I'm not sure what her
she's risking her life in prison and killing other people
for like $20.
His career.
It's so bizarre. And I mentioned this when we were watching it last night, but like there's like 3 dudes in the club, and the entire everywhere else is completely empty.
Yeah.
There's like 3 guys. Small town strip club. Yeah, it's basically that, except they're in like Chicago.
To a strip club like on a Tuesday afternoon.
It's meant to be like a big club or whatever, and it is not. And Don mentions, there's a guy in a cowboy hat, and he just has "fuck" on his hat.
Oh yeah,
because he's edgy and angry.
He's so cool. Yeah, exactly.
It would be funny if they cut to outside and it was like 3 p.m. on a Monday.
Yeah.
It looks like we missed a call. Whoever that is, call us back, and we'll. Call the Tuesday, or not the Tuesday's number, the ControlAltDeath number. It's on the couch. Yeah.
I'm so excited to talk about the cop when we do.
Oh, we're getting there.
The cop, nice.
Coming up.
So we meet them. Here are the cops, and there's a big ass lens flare.
Dude, that's fucking Smallville's Lex Luthor's uncle.
Hold on, I'm gonna call this person back. All right, hold on.
Okay, yeah.
You're gonna call Domino's and order a pizza, probably.
Oh, it's Fifi.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Who's this?
It's Fifi.
Fifi. Hello,
Hi,
Fifi.
Fifi.
Fifi watched the
Hi.
movie with us last night.
Yes, she did.
What up?
You're on with Dave, Alex, Gabe, and me, Ben.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I
Hi.
just want to say that was the strangest movie last night.
It was very strange.
Did you have a
Fifi,
favorite
what was
part?
your favorite part? Yeah, what's your favorite scene?
Exactly.
I don't even remember. It was all a blur.
Yeah.
I
you
liked
did.
it.
You did.
Okay, out of the three stories, the first one was the most interesting.
Oh,
the
for sure.
albino spider.
Yeah, it
And
keeps
then
getting
just
worse.
down
With
And-
Handsome Squidward.
Handsome
With
Squidward. There we go. That's what I wanted to say. Oh no, Alex, you wiped off half your tattoo. It's gone.
It comes and goes.
Oh, I see. As we get deeper into the movie.
Watch the film again,
Yeah.
it'll come back.
Yeah, we want to go back to the beginning. We can restart the show. No. Yeah, Fifi called the albino spider Handsome Squidward, and I could not unsee that.
He
after
definitely
that.
looks like
It was so
I
good.
can see realistic Squidward for sure.
But I still don't understand why did that girl have eyes on her boobs?
Oh, so
Well,
Dave
yeah.
explained that we learned from Danzig himself that Danzig was going to film the origin of that, but he didn't really have time or money, so he didn't, and it never got.
Yeah,
referenced.
I guess the spider bit her, and her mutation was eyes
Thank
on
you.
her boobs, but like they didn't have time to film it, so they just didn't include it. So that's
Also, like, I think an easy
So wait.
fix.
So it was a mutation, but also like they seem to have a mind of their own because they cried.
Right.
They
So
did
it was
try.
like a
Yeah.
sentient being.
Yeah,
on
which
her
I think
nipples.
an easy fix would have been to just show somebody else in this world with something similar. And then you're just like, oh, it's an accepted thing. Like, this person has fingers on their shoulder. This girl has eyes in her boobs. Right? Like,
Yeah.
I would love fingers on my shoulders. I think that would be kind of cool.
You do have a chair that massages you, right?
Yeah.
But I'm guessing that's not available to do right now.
No, it's
Okay.
not.
All right. Thank you for calling, Fifi. Do you have any other favorite scenes of that movie?
No, I like
No?
the part with the horse. That
The
was
horse.
good. The horse
Oh.
was the best actor.
That
The
is-
horses were the best actors.
I know
There's
exactly what you're talking
that
about.
part is so funny. That got a big reaction in the crowd when we went and saw it.
Yeah. The horses are the best. And the CGI castles in the background.
Oh, my God.
So good. All right, Fifi.
Well,
thank you so
Thank
much
you
for calling.
Fifi.
All right, bye.
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 Ooh, that's loud. Someone else just called as well, but you called when Fifi was on the phone, so I couldn't answer. Call back.
Dang.
Yeah, so we meet these cops. Alex, go to town on this guy.
Well, I basically just wanted to tell you that our introduction to this cop, who is, once again, I was explaining earlier how much I like passion, and this actor, out of everybody in the entire film, is the only one with passion for what he's doing, and we're introduced by him in basically. This movie's not comparable to The Room because The Room is a different entity, but it is bad in certain aspects. But there's this part in The Room where Mark tells a fucking terrible story about somebody getting beaten up, and Tommy laughs and goes, "Ha ha, what is this?" And this scene opens with these two detectives, cops, whatever they are, staring at a woman with no face. Her face is completely gone, and the cops like, "What do you
They're
think
eating.
killed her?" You know, like, "What do you think killed her?" And then the guy's like, probably shock and blood loss and trauma, and the guy goes, "Ha, nice."
and then eats a donut.
and it's so classic. And he's basically like, "Nice, we got a psycho." Like, he's like so stoked, and he's the
God.
best thing in the movie for sure.
Yeah, there's a line. I don't know if it's this scene or the next, but one of the cops just goes, "Where's her face?" and I cracked up. It's my favorite line.
Gotta be
Did you notice that like the faceless women, their makeup change? Like there's
Yep.
some scenes where they have like the muscle tendon look, and then there's
Right.
some scenes where it looks like just ground beef patty. Like it just looks like there's like no consistency when they have like their like skin removed.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So here is the mystery girl without this is her real face, right? It's all scarred. Again,
It's horrifying.
Not that bad.
It's fine. I mean, yeah.
Like, seriously. And it's just, the idea that she takes faces. I can't show the wall because she's naked in the scene, but she has like a mirror, and then all around, I don't even know if she has a mirror. All around it are the faces of the women she's killed.
And it's like such a basic scene. It's like a vanity with like a super cheap vanity with like nothing on it, and like 4 like poorly hung faces where it looks like, again, just like baloney paper. Like doesn't look like,
it's not
if
good.
You said, hey, that's a face, you have to like know it was a face to see what it actually is.
Yeah.
She goes to, go ahead.
Can we go back to the cop really quickly?
Yes, please.
I wanted to address, and this is something that I wouldn't have pointed out knowing, but Chloe, my girlfriend, she does photo shoots all the time, and one of her biggest pet peeves is when the art director or when they make the models hold coffee cups but don't put anything into weight.
Yes. Yeah.
And these cops are just talking with
and they're just waving it around.
Waving it around, and there's nothing. And I'll never not notice that.
McKinley asks, how does she prevent the faces from decomposing? That's a great question. She doesn't.
I know.
She has a wall of faces, and they're all perfectly exactly the same shade as they were the day one.
All been decomposed. She's all killed everybody in one day.
Right, exactly.
With one thumbtack holding each. Bad.
Yeah, and one of the faces, when whoever put it on the wall, some PA or something, like, they were folded so it made a square. Did you notice that? And it drove me crazy. I'm like, just take out the folds of the face so it looks like a face. It was just like a block, like she killed like a Lego character or something. It's so annoying.
Has he seen any Texas Chainsaw movies?
What's that?
Has he seen any Texas Chainsaw movies?
Oh,
like there's a map for just like how to do
exactly.
it.
It's ridiculous. So we meet this character now. The mystery girl. I don't know who she is. I think she's just a random person, right? Mystery girl breaks into her apartment and with a knife and basically says, "Hey, I'm gonna cut your face off." And this is the reaction we get from the actress.
Oh yeah, I love this.
It's just, oh no, my face. That's it.
I thought you were gonna play it. Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh no, don't take my face. I need my face to live.
Right. It is literally that. And then she walks up. I can't show that. She walks up with the knife very slowly, just like, and the woman just doesn't react. There's so many scenes where, like, in this movie where people are dying or getting killed, and there is no reaction from the actors.
In the third story, there's a woman who gets cut in her belly, and then her heart comes out. There is not a scream that comes from her mouth.
Yeah.
She's
completely silent.
Almost every dead character in this, because Glenn just holds a camera on them too long, you can see them breathing. Like,
yes,
it'll show someone with no face, blood everywhere, and you can just see them breathing. You know, like it's just on them for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, and you're like, all right, that person is, just
so
there,
it's it's so bad.
So like what bothers me about this whole her whole scam is that, like, she's obviously an idiot. Because she could do so much more with other people's faces. Like in Darkman, they fucking, like, he robs liquor stores or robs banks with someone else's face, right? It's like a literal identity theft. Like,
right.
She could go do something either for good or for bad or whatever, but she just chooses to wear it at a strip club and also wear another mask over it. So there's just like this rotting smell emitting from the only part that's covered up on her face while she's dancing in front of people and making $20.
Right.
Right. Like what's her motivation? In Darkman, he wanted to avenge his death, infiltrate her crime family. In this one, she just wants to make $8 a night at a strip club. That's it. Yeah.
So bad. So she kills she kills this woman. The woman falls down and she starts to cut off her face. So, like, this is the shot we see when it's her normal face. Yeah. So this is her, right? And then the next shot we see, and I'm gonna wait till she's cutting all the way around. The next shot we see is this. It's fucking bad, man. It's ridiculous. And then she takes the face off, and it's just like, nope, terrible.
And she's just moving and breathing and just like, awful. It's so great. I love it.
Yeah, and then she, like, this woman wakes up and no longer has a face, so she didn't die. And she just is completely motionless. She doesn't react. She doesn't scream. She doesn't do anything. It's like, your face was just cut off. Like,
Well, Glenn probably saw Face Off in that Nick Cage scene where like Nick wakes up and he just like smoked his cigarette and is like, I need my face. Like he probably got the inspiration.
There you go. We once again go to the strip club. I don't know what number this is. This is either 2 or 3. So many lens flares in this.
Heck says, "Mother, tell your children not to watch this film."
And then we get like, so she's like talking to the camera. We get these cool, awesome newspaper effects.
This threw me off. I remember in the theater, this threw me off because the choice to have a character talk to the screen during a story that also has a host that talks to the screen that looks exactly the same. I was just like, what's going on here?
Awful. Yeah, the face ripper. That's what they start calling her. Cool.
Oh, yeah. So we have Le Neck Breaker and the face ripper.
So this is the scene.
How you name E-Man characters. Right? Like,
exactly.
What is this guy? He's a skeleton. Okay, Skeletor. What is this guy? He's an eagle. Okay, Eagle-Or.
Yeah.
What does this person do? They break necks. All right, neck break.
Right, exactly. So now we're back at this person's apartment. I guess she was a stripper. This person she killed, and we get some more dialogue with these fucking guys.
That guy's such a bad cop. That specific scene that you just showed.
Yeah.
He's already been there for like 10 minutes, right? Like, he hasn't moved an inch from where he's looking. He also states that there's no evidence.
Yeah.
When clearly there's a body, there's blood, there's whatever. And then that girl picks up the business card and goes, "What about this? I found a business card." And he goes,
and she calls it a titty club.
Nice.
She doesn't say like it's a strip club. She calls it a titty club, which is so weird for a cop to say. I don't know. So this cop goes to that titty club, and we meet this dude. Now this dude's a wrestler, right?
Yes, that's X-Pac.
It looks like X-Pac.
Oh.
Yeah.
It looks like X-Pac, is it?
Yeah, X-Pac.
X-Pac.
Nice.
Xbox?
He was in...
No, it's China's boyfriend.
Yes. I think he's friends with Ron Funches now.
Oh, really?
They're like buddies. Yeah, they're like buddies now.
Ron Funches is funny.
Is there any nudity here? I don't think... I'm not going to show it.
Be
so the cop...
careful.
The cop goes into the strip club, and he's like, I'm a cop, whatever. And he goes to the back, the changing room, and all the strippers are like, hey, get out of here. You can't be in here. And he's just like, I'm going to make your life very complicated if you don't help me. And then one of the strippers is like, oh, she's over there, basically. He's looking for the mystery girl. Now, how did he know? I mean, I get that she found the card. He found the card. But how does he know that the mystery girl is her, is the killer?
Right.
Is that explained at all? It's not, right? But
because
somehow...
Answer, but that doesn't even make any sense.
Look at these lens flares.
Let me remind you, this is the same movie where a woman cries on a spider
That's true.
and turns into a man.
That's very true.
So,
yeah, that's very true. And look at these lens flares. It's just...
Oh my god!
It's offensive to me. It's offensive.
It looks like a grid. I mean, it just goes from like each edge to the screen.
Yeah, every single one. Ridiculous. Let's see. Where do we... Oh, shit. Okay. Where do we go from here? Oh, yeah. So now they're like chasing her. Oof. Got a call.
Telephone.
Hello.
Caller, you're on the air.
What's up? This is Robot Don from Cyber City. Well, what?
Robot Don.
Hi, Robot Don. What's going on?
Hey, Robot Don.
How's it going? So I'm going to take a step back and think about this from the comic book. So I'm assuming these stories are coming from those, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So these bad stories come from a comic book series where someone wrote down on a piece of paper that some lady's boobs cried and lands on a spider, becomes a human spider, right?
Yes.
So why would that? It's like, why take these stories and bring them to life? Are the other ones just that bad?
That's a great question.
I don't know.
I remember
Dave,
some
were
of the
there any
comics,
good stories in those comics?
There were some more interesting ones. So there was a comic that he did called Death Dealer, and if you know Frazetta's work, Death Dealer is that weird, like kind of like not a Viking guy, but like the guy with the axe and the horns on this like kind of like horse, and he made him more like a warrior type of guy, and that was actually pretty cool. The ones from Verotika were like they were serious, like I mean it was 2 comics. it was 2 stories per comic, so they were like 8 pages, you know. So there wasn't much to them other than like this super small arc, kind of like an ironic little gag, and that's it. I mean, they didn't have anything to them. So
the albino spider was its own miniseries of 3 whole comics.
Albino Spider was, and so was Morella. Those were both their own stories. I don't remember Mystery Girl. Mystery Girl might have been in Verotika, and then the last story is about Bathory. I don't know if that was even the Danzig comic, but that's like basically like the Bathory story.
It was a comic. I looked it up.
Okay, so most of the comics I recall from Verotika were just like 8 pages long, just like a gag to get some blood and show some boobs, and that's really it. They weren't like good. They had like no plot other than just like a simple revenge story, really.
Yeah, I was thinking like, is it someone, you know, when you're case of you're too close to a project and you just don't see what
Oh, that's totally what it is.
Yeah. Wrote the comic to be just like kind of just pulpy nonsense, then I guess the movie makes sense.
Yeah, and also I've heard that like I've heard Glenn Danzig's like one of those guys where like you can't say no to him. Like if he has like an idea or like a thing, he just kind of does it, and he puts people around him who will help him do that job. So like if someone says, "Hey, we should change this," that person's either fired or like Glenn doesn't listen to him. So it's really his kind of trajectory he goes on to do these things. So there's no really like outside consideration.
He's a gospel
Hold on. I think there's something up with the audio. Did you hear that?
Guys, we have did you guys hear that weird noise?
Yeah, is it like a howling?
Yeah. Ben, is it
Oh, yeah, it might be.
Shit.
It might be Keith.
Keith is Ben has a he has a neighbor, and every time he comes in, he scares me. Oh shit. Fuck. God damn it.
Hey guys, I'll leave you. Go talk to
No, Don, you should hang out. Yeah. Keith,
Did you just pee yourself?
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, I peed myself. He every time he comes in, he scares me, so I gotta go. I gotta go change. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You have to change, dude. That would be so annoying.
Hi, Keith.
Oh my god.
Hi, Keith. Hi, Keith. What's going on?
You just the dude that peed himself because of you.
Oh.
Yeah. Gabe peed himself again. He peed himself again.
Oh.
You gotta stop running into the window.
Yeah.
It scares him.
I like doing it. No.
Yes. Well, what's going on with you today, huh?
Nothing much. I was just floating on by, and I noticed you guys were doing a show.
Yeah, we got Dave and Alex on the show today.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Alex.
Hi.
Wait, Ben.
I apologize for him, guys.
What do you mean?
Don't apologize. I'm good with neighbors. Except the only just you gotta like be safe nowadays. But other than that, it looks like you're pretty safe on the other side of the window.
Yeah, it's a window. So, Ben, you have guests.
Yes, we have 2 guests today. I know you wanted to be on the show. You wanted to be on the show next week. Okay.
Can I come in now?
No. Next week.
Ben, is the basement locked?
It is.
Who's
Don,
that voice?
the basement is locked.
Is that
he's
a
not
demon?
Shh. Yeah?
Who is that voice? It scared me.
That's Robot Don. He's on the phone.
Robot who?
Don.
Who's that?
Cyber
what?
City.
Cyber what?
Yeah. He's from Cyber City.
Oh. Hi, Don. Who is he?
Keith?
Yeah.
Keith?
Yes.
Keith, it's time for you to go.
I think maybe I'll
next week. Next week, Keith. Next week.
So what you're saying is next week you won't have any guests, so I can come be a guest.
Well, yeah.
Sure. No.
How interesting of a guest do you think he would be, Keith?
Well, so okay, Alex. Is it Alex, right?
Yes, it is.
Alex, cool. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So here's, I just moved in, and I don't actually know a lot of people here.
Okay.
So, and also, Ben and Gabe, they do a horror show, and I'm a ghost. So I feel
Right.
like I would be a great guest.
Okay, yes, except
I don't
the
get the
only thing is
correlation.
that if Gabe pees every time he sees you,
Yeah.
it's going to be a constant flow of pee if you're sitting, which is funny to the audience. So I think that he should let you be a guest. But
Right.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
you might be feel a little bit weird about constant pee stream.
Well, then
Maybe bring Gabe some diapers or something.
Oh
Yeah,
that would
maybe,
be fun.
you know.
that's a great idea. Maybe I'll
As like
just
a
be.
gift.
Maybe just fire Gabe and let me be.
No,
What?
no, we're not doing that.
No,
Keith,
no.
Who is
I
that
think
voice?
you overstepped your bounds here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Next week, Keith. Next week you'll be a guest. Maybe.
I didn't want to be
Go
mean.
away, Keith.
No,
Go away.
He's never
Go
gonna
away,
be a guest.
Keith.
He's never gonna be a guest. Never.
Oh, that was double Keith.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Hey,
I'm back.
Oh, you look good. You feel better?
Yeah, I just had to change my underwear. I peed my pants a little bit. Was that how was Keith? How's he
Oh,
doing?
now you're backpedaling. It was just a little bit.
Well, I mean, we're on a show. I don't want to.
tinkle.
Yeah, just a little tinkle.
He wants to be a
You
guest again.
We need to get an old priest and a young priest and try to keep that fucking warm.
Yeah, he's annoying, but he means well. So.
He did offer to bring you diapers, I heard.
Oh, did he? That's nice.
Yeah.
Did he offer anything else that I should be aware of?
He wants to be a guest on the show again.
Oh, okay, cool. Well,
but he's not going to be a guest.
Okay.
No, never, ever.
Don, what were you saying before Keith so rudely interrupted you?
I was saying Glenn Danzig is the goth George Lucas. And I'm going to leave you with that, guys.
Goth George Lucas.
The goth George Lucas. Thank you, Robot.
Thank you, Don.
Are you surrounded by what? Yes, man. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. You can do no wrong.
Thank
Dude,
you,
how
Don.
did the mystery girl, how did she keep the faces on?
It's a great question. I would have loved to have known that.
I think she used the same spray glue that you did when you did the Jordy Bell costume.
All right, so she runs into this weird abandoned warehouse that's next to a strip club or somehow attached to a strip club. Yeah. And he goes inside and it's completely dark. And then he says, we know you're the face ripper somehow. She pops up behind him and kills him, right? This is the one. Oh, no, she doesn't. That's right. She scratches his neck. Right. And it looks
a little more than scratching. I think she like stabs him, right?
Yeah. So you know what? I think I can show this because I don't think
this seems confusing because she's behind him.
Right.
He points his gun forward, shoots, and hits her, and then she runs. It's one of like those continuity things where nothing visually lines up.
Yeah, she's behind him, slashing his throat. His gun is pointed forward. He shoots, and then we cut to bloody footprints. She ran away, and he shot her like 3 times.
It's so crazy.
Blockhead is asking, who is the Jar Jar Binks equivalent in this movie?
Danzig.
I was going to say the albino spider.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah, Jar Jar also like to... Well, we'll leave it at that. All right, so and then we cut to 6 months later, right? Of course, we cut to 6 months later, and now she's in a new strip club, right?
Is it new? Is it? I thought it was the same place.
Is it?
I mean, I don't think you're supposed to think it's the same place. I think you're supposed to think it's different, but it looks exactly the same.
Right, exactly. And now she has like a cool new mask. It's all like latexy, and you can see more of her scars for some reason. But she has her new mask,
and she has bullet hole scars on her body.
Right, not covering those up.
No,
and she didn't even kill the cop. So, was there no ongoing investigation? She killed 13 people.
You think the cop would go, "I'll just keep checking strip clubs, and if this bullet hole lady comes and starts dancing, that's probably her."
Also, just follow the bloody footprints.
Yeah, right.
Like she's
probably outside bleeding.
He got his throat slit, and then he's not he's clearly in pain, but he's not in pain enough to not scream and say, "I'm gonna find you and you're fucking this and that." use that energy to just like follow her. She's like 2 feet away, and you just shot her a bunch of times. Ugh. And that's the end.
Check all the daytime strip clubs.
Exactly.
You'll find her.
3 p.m. And that's the end of that story.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Great.
Another big gasp in the audience. Like, really?
Like
what is going on? Like, this is crazy.
All right, is this the last one, right? The Blood Lady?
Yeah.
Okay, we're almost done.
And for the just as a precursor, I might be a little quiet during this one because this one is absolute trash. There's like 2 things that I remember from this one, and I've literally watched it 5 times, and I can't make it through it. It's bad.
Awful. It's awful.
So one of the funniest.
We should breeze by this one. This one was.
Or in the premiere when we were at, like maybe a couple minutes into this story, which loosely is based on Elizabeth Bathory, but there's not really a lot of information on her anyway, so it's pretty boring. But they audibly gasped the entire audience when she calls somebody a virgin.
Like there's weird.
You're a virgin.
Also
virgin.
Yeah, like they try and have like that old like
medieval
Eastern Bloc accent, and it's just they
does not translate.
They just stress certain letters and pull other ones, and it just sounds so bad. Again.
Yeah, we meet the horse. That's Fifi's favorite character. There's the horse. So many horses. And basically the story, I'm just going to tell you the whole story. The whole story of this lady is, she's a little cut off there. She kidnaps virgins from her little village. It takes place in the medieval times. Who the fuck knows when. And they're all blonde, right? They're all blonde virgins. Like that's her thing.
I mean, Elizabeth Bathory was Hungarian, so I think they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There's this awesome CG castle in the background. So good.
It looks like Jabba's palace a little bit.
You see it says Shutterstock on it?
That'd be amazing.
Has like those weird grids on it. Like across it.
Yeah, so she takes women and brings them back to her little castle, and they're all virgins, and she bathes in their blood. Virgins, sorry.
But doesn't she like buy them from the parents too? Like
for some
she
shekels.
Goes and just takes them from the parents. It's like, I need this. But they never really established like who she is. Like she's just going into these houses, taking these people. Like you don't know if she's like
it's weird because
she's like
Elizabeth Bathory was like I don't know for sure, but was like the wife of like a war commander who was like out at war, and so she was left to like look over the village, and then she like did this and killed all the villagers or whatever. But they didn't say anything like that. They were just like, all these people in this film are just like, we'll do what you say.
Yeah, there's no explanation to anything. It's just things that happen. We get the first shot of the blood tub. Here's the real blood tub.
Oh, the famous blood tub. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. There you go, man. Bathe in that.
Yeah. Virgin.
Oh, hi. Hi, Keith. What is he doing? What's he doing here?
Also, like, how come there's no male virgins in this movie or in this village? All the males have had sex, I guess, right?
Because Danzig doesn't want to see males. He wants to see attractive women get killed, and he wants to see other attractive women kill them.
That would have been way more of an audience reaction if, like, this girl got a guy naked and just cut off his dick and then just, like, bathed in his dick blood.
Yeah, I'd love that. Show me that dick blood. I can't show this, but the first virgin, she's like she has her arms chained up like this, and there's like little cuts in her arms, and the blood is going down, and the woman gets naked and gets in the tub, which is full of blood, and starts just licking and sucking things.
Another scene that goes on too long. Like it's just like her like sucking the blood and then stepping back and then looking and then sucking the blood.
Right, because they like paid like the blood pump, so they were just like, let's just keep the blood pump.
Dude, talking about blood pumps, we're gonna get to a scene with a blood pump malfunction in a second here, and it's amazing. God. So good.
Dude, that girl that's getting hung up, I think she's the only actress in this movie that's ever done anything before, and I think she was a 13-year-old trauma director. Mm-hmm. She made she made this movie called BC Butcher.
Yes, with Kato Kaelin in it too. It was a weird movie.
And let's see what happens next. Can't show that for sure. So she's draining this girl, and then her Cody Shibi, he's in the chat. What's up, Cody?
What up, Shibi? What up?
Shibi, sorry.
Or no, either way. I think he's okay with either way.
Okay, I'm gonna call him the Codester. Is that okay?
The Codester.
What's up, Codester?
The Codemaster.
The Codemaster.
He would be a good guest in here too.
Yeah,
he knows
he's awesome.
Cody rules.
So this woman has like, who's her like assistant? How would you describe her? Like this woman is like in love with her, right? She's absolutely obsessed with everything she's doing, and
she's her Smithers.
Right, exactly.
Dude, that's a really good description.
She helps bring Dajit, I think. No, not Dajit. That's the Druka.
Countess.
Yeah.
Druka, the Countess. Contessa, yeah.
Contessa.
So she's helping the Countess bring virgins and pick virgins, and it's fucking bizarre. Also, this scene was did you guys see the what's that movie where the girl she's in a tub and there's a girl hanging upside down, she like slits her throat. Hostel 2. Isn't this like the same exact thing? Like they're both referencing the same person?
Yeah.
Fucking bizarre.
But that one, like that scene lasted 4 minutes and this one lasts 25 minutes.
Right. Exactly.
And the person who was dead in that one didn't move around and breathe and fucking
have no reactions.
Dude, literally, like this story, I have no idea where you're at in the movie right now because it literally only is her bathing in blood 3 times while the camera slowly zooms in and out. That's it. And then we'll get to the horse scene soon.
We're gonna get to it. So she bathes in 2 virgin bloods, and like she's rubbing it all over her body, and she's like, "Oh, I feel so good and so nice." And what do you think to her little assistant lady? And the assistant lady's like, "Yeah, it's great. You're beautiful, even more than before." And it's like, what the fuck? Nothing changed.
So is the goal with virgin blood like Rogaine for your skin?
Right.
I think so.
It's to stay young.
Rub it on and then it stays the way it is. Like
I guess.
Like, okay, cool.
I guess. And like I thought for sure by the end of this we would see her true form, like Game of Thrones. She takes the necklace off, we see the true form.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Nope. Don't do that because that wouldn't be sexy, right, Glenn?
Or if she took the belt, the Danzig belt around off of her head.
Right. Okay.
The spirit sword crown she had on.
Isn't it a Danzig belt?
Oh, is it?
It's not the Danzig logo. No, it's just a skull. But like I know what you're talking about, but it's not that.
I could have sworn it was that.
So now we're on virgin number, I don't know, 4 at this point, and she's hanging upside down. She slits her throat, and the blood starts squirting directly into this lady's face. And this is what I was talking about. So the blood squirts for like 2 seconds and then stops. And I don't think it was meant to stop because the woman is still acting as if it's getting squirted on her face. Yeah. And then I swear to God, you can fucking see like the guy in the back with the pump, just like, fuck, we need more blood. And then it starts squirting again.
Nuts all over her,
So fucking bad. So that happens. And then then we get to the wolf.
Oh
God, the
before
wolf.
The wolf though,
she's with wolves for no reason.
Right.
Okay, so I like Danzig music, and Danzig has like this obsession with wolves. Like
okay.
If you watch all of his like old videos, he always kind of throws a wolf in there. Like, what's that?
Danzig's with wolves.
Danzig's with wolves.
But yeah, he always has wolves in his videos. Like he'll have like a girl like just walking through like this weird field, and a wolf just kind of runs through it. Like he just like likes wolves.
It's like John Woo. It's like John Woo and his birds, his pigeons, right? Yeah. This is wolf.
Yes, totally. Yes, exactly.
Doves, I guess.
Michael Bay and lens flares.
Yeah, exactly. Wolves. So she goes into the forest. Oh, Ben, what was before the wolf?
Oh, there's a dude hiding out in the forest that is like totally a PA.
Yeah, you can see it. I don't know where it is, but when she's walking through the forest, there's a shot where like it's panning and there's clearly a guy, like a guy on the crew just hanging out in the background. Yeah, ridiculous.
Exactly.
So she goes
on the horse in the forest, or is that still we haven't got there?
We haven't gotten there yet.
She's feeding the wolf meat, right? And that's kind of it. She's like, hey, here's some meat, wolf.
The wolf comes and she says, "Virgins taste sweet, don't they?" I guess I don't know. Unclear.
But why is this here? Like, why is she feeding the wolf this? Like, what is she getting? Like, what's this for? Like, what's the intention?
She says something about bring me a virgin, right? She says something like, go bring me a girl or whatever. And then the wolf runs off and we never see the wolf again.
Probably only filmed the wolf for one day. They didn't have time to film it.
Yeah, she says, bring me a girl. And then the next scene is, we can show this, not the wolf bringing her a girl. So I thought, like, is this woman, her assistant, is she the wolf? Like, that'd be kind of cool.
Maybe.
That would have been awesome.
But they didn't shown someone bad Animorph.
Yeah, seriously. Ooh, fuck! I thought I showed that. So yeah, so she's got another Virgin sitting on her lap. She stabs it with this Danzig ass knife and like carves down her stomach and takes out her heart, which has way too many like tendrils and strings and all this shit attached to it. And then she starts.
Oh wait, real quick, did you guys show the part where like she has the horse? I think this is going to the wolf. She has the horse. What's that?
No, we haven't talked about the horse, so say it.
Do it.
Oh. She's walking with the horse and she like gets off the horse and she takes like the horse's like, you know, like whatever, like
stick,
leash thing, and she puts it on like the smallest stick. It's like a 1-inch twig. It's like, dude, that horse could just like back up and walk away. It's like the most the weirdest choice to like
Austin Powers Naked Gun kind of shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really is.
Powerful horse and puts it on a finger. Right?
Yeah.
So,
Robot Dawn, the branch. It's like the weakest little twig of a branch that she uses. Like she just kind of like drapes it over and just like walks away to it. Your horse is gone. Like it's gonna like wander off into a stream and die.
Yeah.
Or
eaten by the wolf. Yeah.
So yeah, she kills this woman. She pulls her heart out, and I think she's supposed to be eating it, but she's just licking it. So I guess they didn't have the budget to get her like something to eat.
Also, I don't really know, like, I haven't really seen a lot of realistic hearts, so maybe this is ultra realistic, but it seems like it's got a lot of tendrils.
Yeah, way too many tendrils.
Those are like legs.
Way. Yeah, so many. So then we cut from that to a scene where there's just a woman running in the woods, and she's getting chased by, like, guards. Like, this lady, that was close. That was a close one. She's getting chased by the guards of this lady's guards. I can't show the heart because there's boobs behind it. So I'm sorry, Don.
And there's also seams showing all around it too.
Yeah, lots of makeup.
Yeah, big time.
So this woman is being chased. So I'm like, okay, they're finding her another virgin. Great. And then we cut to daytime, and she's in we're good here. She's in like a executioner block, and then the Contessa is like, you know, you got to die. And then the executioner just cuts her head off.
Yeah,
maybe because she's not a virgin.
But they don't. Maybe, but they don't say that. That'd be cool.
She was a virgin. Like that's like good virgin blood. Why would you just waste it like in a field like that? Like, they should have killed her at that weird tub area, right? Like you're just wasting this virgin blood that you want to make yourself look younger. You know.
Yeah, we got some good blood gushing here. Yeah, see, this lady's just all about the contest. She's so into it.
Loves it.
Smithers is funny. That's a good one.
Yeah, Smithers. And then we get this, like, this shot looks, I don't know, it looks okay for like a split second, and then they zoom in on it closer, and then it looks fucking god awful. Is it Daryl Hannah? No, but might as well as be, you know.
The mermaid from Splash.
And she brings this headless, the head of this body into this like chamber. Can't show it because she kind of has see-through shirt. So it's like this. I can't show that. So there's like all around. It's like this brick room, and there are plaques, and their heads mounted as if they were like hunting trophies.
It's basically the same scene as the girl with the other faces, but these ones they have plaques.
Right.
Yes.
And like some of them are very obviously like props, and some of them are very obviously like an actor, like an extra is just like having their head through a hole.
Yeah.
It looks so fucking bad. And that's it. That's the end of the movie,
right? Yeah.
That's the end of the story. But then we get the absolute worst outro in any wraparound story history.
Yep.
She says literally, they cut back to Morella, and then she just goes, "Okay, bye."
No, literally. I can't show it because her shirt is see-through, but she's sitting in the tub of blood.
She just goes, okay, bye.
She's sitting in this. And she's like, well, until we meet next time, stay dark. And then the movie ends.
Yeah, that was it. Like, it'd be like if you like watch like Tales of the Crypt and then like the Crypt Keeper ended up and he was like, didn't even laugh or anything, like they just cut to him and then he goes, that was a story. And then like it's done.
Yeah, like no wrap up, no like ironic kind of joke, no just like nothing to like no cliffhanger, like we'll see you like next time.
There
was
just
no
like with any of the stories, including the wraparound story, there was no story arc. They all just were there. Just like this guy kills people, this girl kills people, this girl kills people.
Yep, that's literally it. Yeah, it's awful. And like if you watch that scene, if nothing else, go back and watch the very last scene because she says the line and then the camera stays on and it's so obvious she doesn't know what to do anymore.
Oh yeah.
Because she's just like, I'll play with the blood and like lifts it up and it just drops down and the camera's still just like hanging out and then it fades to black.
Yeah.
It's fucking
some of
awful.
the worst camera work I've ever seen. Like even in that last story, like when she's bathing in the blood, like there's just like she like rubs on her face and like goes in and out of the mirror so many times. Like it's just such long pauses on the character, on the actor for like way too long with like no cuts. And you can just tell that they're just kind of confused. Like, should I keep vamping out? Should I keep doing this? Like they just don't know what to do. They look confused half the time.
Right. Awful. Terrible movie. We forgot to do kill of the week though. So we got to go back and we got to watch the whole movie again and pick our favorite kill. You guys good for another 2 hours? I'm going to go with this. Ben, you agreed. This is technically not a kill, but the opening scene with the eyes is probably... The eyeball. It's coolest. Yeah. So this is our...
Kill of the week.
Kill of the week.
Yeah, I like this eyeball. I mean, it's
good.
Stupid.
It's stupid. It makes no sense. It doesn't add to the story. But, you know.
I was completely on board when I saw that. I'm like, oh, this is going to be a cool film. Like, this, like it started off kind of good, and then it was just like just so downhill from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if you watched the movie and you want to talk about it with us, you can send us an email, controlaltdeathpodcast@gmail.com, or you can call and leave us a voicemail. Or if we're doing the show live.
I'm going to write you the longest email because I can't stop talking.
Do it. I would love to read it. Our phone number is 818-457-6887. If you want to watch the show on Twitch, you can do that every Wednesday. For now, we might be changing it in the future, but right now it's Wednesdays at 10. And it's Twitch at twitch.tv/BenMonsterTV. So come hang out and, watch some shitty movies. If you're subscribed on a podcast platform, if you want to leave us a little review, that would be great.
That would be good.
If you're watching now, if you're new, you want to toss us a follow. We do lots of cool shows.
Yes, we do.
We do some gaming stuff.
If you
sometimes you guys watch good movies too.
Sometimes.
What's up, Dave?
Oh, sometimes they watch good movies.
Right. Sometimes. Sometimes.
If you worked on Verotika, I just would like to say,
fuck you.
We know how hard it is to make a movie, so you did good.
Yeah.
Nope. I'll say this. I've made a couple short films, and they are what they are, and I know what they are. I'm not pretending they're anything that they're not. So I feel like I'm allowed to criticize this. I don't know what your guys' excuse is. You guys are a bunch of assholes. You don't have an excuse. No. It's a bad movie, and I think Danzig is the only one who would be offended at that statement, but everyone else, I mean, come on, they have to know, right? They have to know it's a terrible movie.
It's a bad movie, but
you'd be surprised the way that people treat the
movie. Yeah, that's true. All right, now it's time we got to rank it, Ben. So every week we hold on, we got just wait. Every week we rank the movies we watch, and
I don't agree with some of those. I think High Tension should be higher.
You think so? Have you watched it recently? Have you watched
Alex
it recently?
and I saw that at a film festival a long time ago.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
So here's our thing. We rank things kind of in a weird way. We don't rank them what's necessarily best. We rank it what's like fun. Like, what's a good, fun movie to watch with a group of people?
Gotcha.
But also we take into account if it's bad. So like this movie, while fucking god awful, I don't know exactly if it would be dead last. So like, 30 is Children Shouldn't Play Dead Things. And then we go down to 1000, 1001 for these two because fuck these movies so hard. Oh, Alex, let me tell you. Have you seen Snakes on a Plane? Have you seen Snakes on a Plane?
Yeah, I've seen Snakes on a Plane.
It's that, but with ants.
That's insane.
Literally. And this movie was a made-for-TV. Like, I don't know if it was a Lifetime movie, but it is literally like a made-for-TV, like Lifetime movie. And the effects are so bad. And there's literally no real ants in the movie. And people get covered, and they're just like, and there's just...
Are they even giant ants, or are they just normal?
No,
they're normal.
Regular ants.
Normal ants.
I'd be into it.
Yeah, McKinley is suggesting Cannibal Holocaust or Serbian film. We usually watch movies that aren't well known as much. We pick stuff. So like most of this stuff on this list is not super well known.
I've seen Serbian film a couple times, and it's another one of those ones where it's like
it's
dude,
gore.
You guys rated House That Jack Built way too high. That movie fucking sucks.
Yeah, this area here we need to do some work on because I don't know what we're thinking, but I'm pretty proud of our top 10. We have a good top 10 here.
I can vouch.
So Ben, where are you thinking we put this? Now, obviously, it's going bottom of the list. Is it number 30 or is it in the thousands?
This one's hard. Like, how do you rate it as in terms of like it's a bad film or is it fun to watch? Because like if I had like 5 friends over and we want to make fun of a movie, I'd put this on and we'd have a great time watching this, you know? But like as its own...
It's hard to watch alone, that's the thing.
Right. So we kind of take both into account. Is it a fun movie to watch with people on like a good, bad movie night? But also if it's like Ants on a Plane or House Shark, like just straight trash, then it's dead last. So I don't think this deserves to be in the 1000s because it is fun to watch with people.
Yeah,
so,
I think it should be above The House That Jack Built.
Yeah, I think like
you guys rank it on your own. I'll
No. We want Troll 2. Those are definitely on our list. We got some
Alex, we definitely need to move that House That Jack Built.
Yeah, there's a couple things here we need to fix, but I'm thinking
like I would rather watch this again with friends than Birdemic. You know, like Birdemic is just like
that's a great point.
It's just kind of like a boring bad movie. Like this is actually fun.
Birdemic, it's got bad audio. Even like you can't even watch it. It's hard,
we watched that as a we did a watch party for that too, and it was fucking awful. Yeah. So like, okay, I agree that I would agree that it's above Birdemic, and then but then we get into this territory where like Polaroid, Z, and He's Out There. Mm-hmm. These are just like boring ass standard Halloween, not Halloween horror movies. Like they're okay. There's nothing super bad about them, but they're not fun or interesting. So that's why they're really low. So like I have a hard time saying that this is going to go at number 22 below Golden Glove. But I don't know. What do you think?
It almost needs like an asterisk that says like
this is tough. Let's go from the bottom up. All right, it's not going to be in the thousands, right?
No.
I'm going to say for sure it's above Children Shouldn't Play Dead Things. That movie sucks. Hellmaster, it's better than that. Project Metal Beast, boring. Birdemic.
I feel like it's...
I think Birdemic should be higher personally, but that's okay.
You think Birdemic's what?
I think Birdemic should be a little higher.
A little higher?
That's only because I look at movies that are mediocre as way worse than movies that are extremely one or the other.
True.
It's almost like we need 2 lists.
Yeah, for good and then for fun. I think we actually talked about that at one point. Maybe we should do that.
Because the opinion on what's good shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
The opinion on what's good is what the show's about.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So for the fun factor, I say we put it. I mean, the Golden Glove did you guys see the Golden Glove?
It's in my queue. I have not watched it. That's the London one, The Killer?
Germany. Germany's serial killer. It's a good. I think it's fine. It's just, you know, Blockhead said Verotika has broken our rating system. It's very true. I don't know what to do. You're right. I think let's rate it on the fact, like, is it fun to watch with people?
Yes.
So if that's the rating, I would put it above Jack, the house that Jack built.
Hard agree.
Right, because that movie is just
right. All the other ones above that are fun to watch with people.
Yeah, these are all now. This is our like okay. These are fun movies to watch, and these are the order in which we would watch them. So, I would say, is it above Terra Firma?
I don't think so. Terra Firma in like 15 years, but
okay. I mean, Dave, have you watched it recently?
No.
Okay, watch it recently.
It's a little problematic.
It's a very.
That's what I would imagine.
It's very outdated.
Really? I haven't seen it in a long time.
It's very outdated in terms of like gender and all of these things. So.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, it's that's not a movie I would probably want to watch with people because I'd be like, oof, you got to give a warning for this one.
Maris is saying Don fell asleep. How does that affect the rating?
That's true. We should have a Don sleep list.
how many Z's he caught?
Yeah. Let's. Man, putting at number 20. That's so rough because it's such a bad movie.
It is. So,
but realistically, though, man. Yeah, you're right. I still think it should go at 21. That's my vote.
Yeah, I agree.
21.
And it's gonna, and as you guys watch films, it's gonna be like number 88 after a while. Like,
right.
It's just gonna keep going.
It seems like it's super high. Okay, so it's at 21 now.
Yeah.
Bumping
with the list you have now, the things that you've seen, like it kind of just falls right there.
There's a very clear divide between episodes or number 1 through 20, and then boring.
Right. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I agree. You're right. So it should be bottom of the fun list and above the boring list.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you guys want to check out our rating list, you can go to ControlAltDeath.com.
Black Coat's Daughter, I've never seen that.
Oh, this movie is fucking great. This is an A24 movie. Like a super...
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's on Netflix. I love this movie so much.
I haven't seen either yet.
And speaking of number 4, Snatchers... Next week, we have 2 very special guests, the writers and directors of Snatchers.
No shit. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. We have Steven Cedars and Benji Kleiman.
Reality show one, right? Oh, no, that's Slashers. What's Snatchers again?
Snatchers is it started as a web series, and then they turned it into a movie. It is so good. We loved it so much.
Snatchers. Daughter. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, watch that tomorrow. Yeah, next week, next Wednesday, we have the writers and directors on for that, and we're super excited because we adored this movie. It's really fun. It's on HBO Max, so if you want to watch it before next week and then come back and talk to the dudes, you should do it. It's a great movie.
How did you connect with them? Are you friends with them, or did they?
Nope. When we posted that episode, they liked it on social media and responded, and I just DM'd them like, hey, do you want to be on the show? And they're like, sure. We listened to it, we liked it, and then that was when we were still doing audio only. So then when we started doing video, I sent them another video. I'm like, hey, this is the show, just so you know. And they were cool. They're like, they were.
Watch another movie with them, or are you gonna watch?
No, I offered. I like, hey, I told them what we normally do. Usually we have the guest pick the movie, but they said that they're probably only going to be able to do like a little interview and then bounce. So cool. They won't be there for the full episode, but they will be there to just hang out and talk about their movie. So come back next week for that, and it'll be super fun. Then our next the movie that we're watching for next week, and something that neither of us have seen, but we're very excited about, Pieces.
Pieces. Oh, nice. I haven't seen Pieces in a long time.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I'm excited to watch this one.
That's on Shudder, right?
This is on Shudder, yeah. And it's also available on
Tubi.
Yeah, Tubi. It's on Tubi.
I have like 4 films I need to watch now.
When you guys do your next watch party, let me know if I can get in on that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Of
course.
Yeah, me too. I want to watch also with you guys.
Yeah, we'll do a watch party for this next week, probably. So Monday or Tuesday night, probably. If anyone wants to watch, we actually do it on Google Meet. So we actually show the whole movie. We don't do it on Twitch. So if you want to watch with us, we can do that. let us know. Follow us, and then like DM us, or go to our Discord or whatever, and we'll hook you up.
Awesome. That sounds super fun.
Alex, Dave, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sorry I talked over everybody. Sometimes the audio
No,
is-
it's awesome. How's your makeup? How's your tattoo doing?
Yeah.
I think
You just
they got tired of the movie.
You got little plus signs now. You're doing some math.
I actually like the plus sign. I wasn't feeling the upside down crosses, but I kind of like the plus sign.
The plus signs, awesome.
If I put my hat down, it almost looks like I'm a mime.
Oh, there you go.
Well,
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it, and we will be back. If we do gaming streams, we have 2 gaming shows that we do. We do MLG, Monster League Gaming, which we just kind of play random games. This week we're going to be playing that Mario Kart Live game where we actually drive the car. So if you want to see my house, you can do that. And then we do ControlAltDeath Gaming, where we play horror games. So we've been playing through the Blair Witch game, and we'll probably be finishing that up sometime this week. Yeah. So check it out if you want to. And thanks for watching.
You guys, wait, hold on.
Oh,
do they have anything to plug, guys?
You want to plug each other? You want to plug it?
Alex?
I want to plug a video game I have nothing to do with called Hades. That's really great.
Oh, so good. Oh my, yeah, that was one of our games. Oh no, we didn't play that yet, but that's on our list. So good.
Other than that, I'm working on a new art show, which will be out in December.
Cool. Hell yeah.
It's most likely going to be virtual, but we're going to probably have some really safe, controlled private viewings or something if we can. But that's like my main big project. And
awesome.
I don't know. I have normal stuff for my shop, my Alex Pardee shop. I have, Decon's coming up, so we'll have some stuff for that. Black Friday's coming up, we'll have some stuff for that. But I'm just always juggling stuff.
And awesome. You're working on a t-shirt subscription service, right? Still tinkering away at that?
Oh my God, it's been 21 days of IT. Yeah, so basically, I've been building this t-shirt once a month t-shirt subscription thing where you can get like a exclusive t-shirt that nobody else can get for cheaper with extra stuff. So it's this whole package deal. And I was working on it for a long time, and then I launched it on October 1st, and it completely backfired, and the software broke, everything broke. We rebuilt it and then tried to relaunch it again last week after we had tested it successfully, and it failed again. And so we're starting over again. It's kind of ridiculous, but yeah.
But yeah, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. Literally, like 90% of my shirts are your shirts. So I wanted to get to 100%. Dave, you have anything you want to plug?
I'm just working on things for Black Friday. I have some new sculpt stuff, some new art, some new prints, maybe a new T-shirt. It's just they're all kind of being made right now, so I'm gonna see what I can get done by then. Awesome. So yeah, I'm just kind of locked away in my little dungeon here, just working on new stuff, taking my sweet time with it.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome.
It looks like this whole time, it looks like you've been laying on a Persian rug.
It does.
Back to my rug.
All right.
This is super fun, guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming on. It was awesome.
That was great. Yeah. Thank you guys so much.
I got to make a movie so that I can come be a special guest again.
Of course.
What would you pick, Alex? After seeing that list, what are some a couple off the top of your head, lesser known? One of the ones I want to do was Freaked. I wanted to watch Freaked.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
That is on our list for sure.
I would do this movie would really probably potentially disturb people, but I would do a movie called iZombie.
Isn't that a show?
No, it is a show, but this is a movie that came out in about 1992 or 93, maybe even late 90s. But it's a very, very disturbing movie about a guy who slowly turns into a zombie and how it affects his life, and it's really depressing.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
It's pretty disturbing. I like it.
Huh. Okay.
I would pick that.
It's called iZombie. Is that on Shudder?
I have a VHS. Let's see.
Let's see. Let's check it out. I'm only getting this show.
I'm gonna try and find that.
One of Fangoria's first produced movies, or like botany movies.
Oh, okay. Well, hold on a second. If this is easy to watch, maybe we should watch this next week.
A change in the schedule.
Is that allowed? Are we allowed to do that?
Don't get me wrong. It's not for everybody.
You're saying it's for everybody?
I also mentioned I would love to like watch Rec on here. I think Rec's a super good movie.
Yeah, we talked about doing that too.
Like Rec 1 and 2 back to back is like, I think just like an amazing piece of art. Like the first one's so good, and the second one ties it all together with a whole like amazing story arc. Really good film.
Yeah,
Rec is like Rec 1 and 2 are probably my favorite 1 and 2 sequels of all time. Like back to back.
Yeah. Because it's almost like one long film. I mean, it's seriously like it's like almost continuous. It's seamless how they kind of fit together.
But what's so interesting about it, without spoiling anything, if anyone hasn't seen it, is Rec plays like a certain type of movie, and then it ends, and then Rec 2 basically really cleverly undoes a lot of what part 1 is and plays a new movie where you look at both of them differently now. It's super
That's awesome.
Rec 2 is almost like Rec 2 is almost like a twist of part 1, but it's just like it's so clever how it's done that it's almost like a very seamless thing.
This is also a very not very much seen movie that is very, very tense and lovely. It's called Mute Witness.
Mute Witness. Huh.
And this movie is about.
That looks very familiar.
It's a Russian film, I believe, but it's about a girl who's mute, and she witnesses a snuff film being filmed, and then they catch her. And so the thing is them basically this girl trapped in a building trying to get away from these Russian snuff porn directors, and it's super tense.
Huh.
Wow.
That looks awesome. That sounds awesome. All right, let's see here. Yeah, it looks like iZombie is not on. I
don't think it's ever been on DVD or anything. It's like I just have that VHS from years ago. And I don't know.
Okay.
Some digging.
Yeah. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. You guys are welcome anytime. You have an open invitation. So
thank you.
If TVs are filled, I'll just show up in the picture frame back there where Tommy Jarvis is.
Sure, you can just hang out there. If you want to be in the blood pool, we can do that too. If you want to take a bath,
we can just hot tub in some blood.
Exactly. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you guys again.
Bye.
Thank you.
Don't be a dingus.
Don't be a dingus.
Don't be a dingus.
Too late.